a giant stands, a mech with heavy pants commands, each step a quake, a thunderous might, eyes aglow in the endless night. A taint beneath, dark and vast, power fierce, shadows cast, a mighty taint beneath its core, a warrior spirit, ancient lore. Welcome Tainted, a lace-up tunic or medieval hoodie. Welcome Tainted, let's talk about color, or should we? Welcome Tainted, thinking outside the blocks. Welcome Tainted, thanks for joining us, you rock! And have your fun all rocks. Welcome Tainted, enjoy the chronicles out there song. Welcome Tainted, thinking outside the blocks. Welcome Tainted, thanks for joining us, you rock.
All right, it's Sunday. It's 7 o'clock. That can only mean one thing. It's time for your weekly Brickworld live stream that we like to call Think Outside the Blocks. Why do we call it Think Outside the Blocks? Well, obviously, it's a fun play on Think Outside the Box, but we're encouraging you to think outside the rigid medium that is Lego, or at least the perceived rigidity of the Lego medium, also outside your own mental blocks so that you can build wonderful and fabulous creations along with us every week to display at places such as Brickworld. And to enjoy the hobby, of course, I am your probably most regular host at this point. The guy on the left, C. Cerberus, with me today, at least for the start of the show. Hopefully Mark will be able to join us later, but we'll see. Brickdad, of course, is always welcome to stay as long as he wants. I would call him a special guest, but he's almost not a guest anymore. He's certainly special.
I'm the most irregular guest.
Yeah, you're like a recurring character.
I am.
But Brickdad filling in a little bit here while Mark deals with something that we'll get into in a minute here. So let's see who's with us from the Tainted. We've got Alphonse Suit Person. He's not excited for anything about balls, except for maybe the GBC. Papa Rex gives us a hello, Tainted. Smoky Smokes is here. The Brick Larrikin is here. Amy Schultz is here. Al Goff is here. Ron Smith is here. ACOB giving us an evening, boys. Amy's not worried about it. Let's see. It's really hot here, says Brickworld. That would be Mark. We'll get to why he might be a little warm here in a minute. VMAC is here. Brick Dynasty as well. Okay, so I'll bring up the show run so that we can get right into where Mark is. And it is, we're going to talk about Holy Housing, Happy Anniversary, and High Powered Hazard. Those are our weeks, as we always talk about. We're going to talk about something called HILS. What's that? That is related to our friend and lurker, Moto, who's working on something that I want to talk about. We're going to talk about our MOCs and huge builds. Then we're going to talk about the Lego news, Hoops and Harry. Then we're going to talk Hogwash. What's that? Well, that's our fun for tonight. Hopefully Mark can be here for that, but if not, we'll still have some fun with that. Half for one, half for another. That sounds like a close call. And then here again, hopefully. So our return to regular schedule and hopefully regular hosts, but I guess we'll find out the rest of this week. So our show letter this week, H. Apparently H for hot. So apparently had a hot one today at our Open Streets interactive display. So that sounds fun, an open street display, but not if it's 90 degrees in Indiana. I don't know. So sounds like VMAC had some fun there. Okay, so where's Mark? We'll get right to it. He texted me, I believe yesterday, that he was at home and a truck rumbled down his alley to make a delivery at the end of the block. And the truck snagged the power line that went to his house and literally pulled the entire meter off the side of his house. So he lost power. He's the only one in the entire area who lost power at that point. So he needs to get that fixed. And the thing that always is unfortunate about that is it's not just a one call fix, because the power company will attach it back to your house, but you need an electrician to reinsert the box and the meter. So it's a two-step process. You've got to call the electrician to come out and fix it. Then you got to get the power company after that. He was working on getting an electrician, and then storms rolled through. So a lot of people who were the electrician that he had lined up decided that he did not want to work in the wetness. And so he found a different electrician. And so he is working on that now. I'm sure Mark will have more interesting stuff to say about that story. I've lost power a couple times in dramatic fashion like that, but never from a truck rumbling by.
I've actually installed a power box and done the wiring and stuff like that on a house before, because I built my house, my last house myself.
Yeah.
So being able to do all that, and I understand how intrusive that is to be able to put all of that in and get it wired up into a master breaker panel and all of that. And then the inspection that has to happen prior to getting it actually connected by the power company.
Yeah, I don't
work in this situation.
I don't know if you're replacing it or repairing it. If they make you get an inspection, if it's new, they definitely do.
Yeah.
I had a few years ago, we lost power from a tree branch that fell over in the neighbor's yard and ripped we had a mast at the time on our single family house off the garage. There was a big tree in our backyard, and it ripped the wire and bent the mast. So they had to come back up and straighten the mast out, which required an electrician. The power company wouldn't do that. But the power cable was just draped over my chain link fence. And we were the only one on the entire block who didn't have power. But, same thing like Mark, I needed to get the electrician and then the power company just to get it back up and running. So that was no fun there. Mark would also tell you about his anniversary, which was, I believe, Friday. Or maybe it's today. Anyway, he explained it to us. His mom's birthday and his anniversary are on the same day. He was celebrating, I believe, his mom's birthday on Friday instead of today. So he's got a anniversary and his mom's birthday. He'd probably have some fun stories about that. But again, he's sweating in his hot house while he's waiting for the electrician to finish their work. And then we'll see if he can get online eventually. Let's see here. Alphonse says, my weekend was a do-it-yourself wedding with brother. Wedding was great. Carting in tables, drinks, food to open air wedding in humid Indiana was wet. I'm sure it was.
Yes.
Let's see. We get a congrats and happy anniversary from Amy to Mark. And then my week, we'll talk about mine quick, and then we'll see what Brick Dad was up to this week. This weekend, I was at family Bible camp. So my daughter she's been able to go to sleepaway camp. She's a little more brave than my son when it comes to overnight camp type things. And so we have sort of to get her foot in the door, there's a weekend family retreat that we've been doing for the last few years. And this year, and if you've ever been to, a rustic Bible camp, as it were, they've got the cabins with the 15 bunk beds in there and the one bathroom with a couple of stalls for all the kids. And when we go for family weekend, we get an entire cabin to ourselves. But they also have a welcome center that's been built. It's a very nice welcome center where they have spots where you can play games. And they have 4 hotel-like rooms as well. And we've never had one of the hotel rooms until this year. So this year we finally had one. The great part about the hotel rooms is twofold, actually. One, they have air conditioning that works well. So that's a key. And 2, the Wi-Fi is excellent. It's nice. A little more sketchy the rest of the camp, but it's very excellent at the hotel area.
The lodge in the hotel room?
Yeah, the lodge in the hotel room. I ended up having to leave a little early today to get my son to a birthday party. His best friend or one of his two best friends, is moving towns. He'll still be in the area, but he will no longer be going to school with my son. So he was going to a little birthday party to hang out with his friend. It was actually not his friend's birthday. It was his friend's brother's birthday, but Miles was invited to play anyway. Amy's impressed by that campground. Yeah. The Wi-Fi is real. I tell you what. The rest of the week, it's hasn't been too crazy, but we are ramping up. We're not in school yet. It's always after Labor Day here in Minnesota. But the big thing that happens right before that is we have the Minnesota State Fair, which is a huge deal here.
Oh, nice.
I think it runs for like 10 days. And I think it's one of the biggest in the country. I think it has the largest per day admission. I think the Texas Fair runs longer, so they end up with more people overall, but millions of people through the doors at the State Fair here. So we'll get ramped up to go to the State Fair, and then my kids will be back at school. So that was my week. What about you, Brick Dad?
Well, we have soccer season just kicking off, and we had a soccer tournament this weekend up towards Schaumburg, where the Brickworld Chicago show takes place. And my son was actually asked to play up a level due to needing some extra players and stuff this weekend. So yesterday we had 2 sweltering hot days out on moist soccer fields that were humid as anything. And then this morning we were supposed to go back up and play for another game. But unfortunately, because we were asked to play up, the normal notification system that the team uses didn't include us and 3 other players. So we took the hour and 15-minute drive all the way up to the field, only to find out that the tournament had been canceled due to the weather storm that passed through last night. So we had a 2.5-hour round trip drive back and forth to a soccer field that we didn't end up using.
Didn't do anything on. All right. Well.
Yeah. So we had a nice little family drive outing to go to the soccer field today.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. It's exciting that you got asked to play up. Not exciting that you showed up and there was no game.
True. Yeah, it was definitely fun for him to be able to play up. He's a pretty good player, and they actually used him as a goalie the second half of the game yesterday afternoon, and he ended up holding him for a tie, which was their triumphant point of the weekend. They unfortunately lost the first game, but he was able to step in and help out and hold it to a tie. Unfortunately, it would have been a win, but there were some problems from his defense causing a couple penalties, and he didn't have. He's got a 20% chance of stopping them, and unfortunately, that 20% didn't strike yesterday. So, but
penalty shots are tough.
Yep,
100%
for sure. Yep.
I mean, it's as long as they don't kick the ball right at you, you're in big trouble with penalty shots, or they miss themselves. So it's probably 10% they kick at you, 10% they miss the goal, the other 80% it's going in.
Yes, so, that is correct. Yeah,
it's tough.
But he got his hands on both of them. It's just they were just barely out of reach. He's 11, almost 12, so he's playing the under 13 bracket right now, and they just moved up to the larger field with the larger goals. So it complicated things a little bit more for him as well. So, but
the 8 meters by 8 feet, they're on the full size goals now?
Yes, they're in the full size goals now. So
Man.
But
how can you expect a 12-year-old to reach an 8-foot goal, the top of an 8-foot goal?
Yeah.
But all right, let's see here. Friday Night Brick says Wisconsin State Fair got rained out last day. Well, that's too bad. Sean asks, Brickworld 26 is June 20th through 21st, right? Later, but still Father's Day weekend. Amy says yes. I can confirm. I don't know the dates, but it is definitely still Father's Day weekend. And yes, I believe it is 1 week later than it was this year.
Yeah, the 20th and 21st.
Oh. All right. So yeah, those are the public days at least, I would guess.
Tickets have not gone on sale for that yet. So stay tuned. Pay attention. We are ramping up for that. So just be prepared. Announcements will be made. So
yeah. Well, my second topic here, I heard about this earlier this week when our friend Mr. Moto sent me a message on Instagram and said, "Hey, I'm working on something based on the hexagons." He said he is creating a HILS standard, HILS. Everybody knows mills plates. It's like a modular landscaping system, modular integrated landscaping, or something like that for mills.
Yeah.
So now we're talking HILS, which would
Hexagonal integrated
be the hexagonal integrated landscape system. And I don't want to steal all of Moto's thunder here, but I did want to show kind of the quick pictures. He'll get the rest of this out there. Here's his mills plate version that you can see. And so this one does have the studs on the sides, the pin stops on the sides, so that you can connect hexagons together via Technic pins. And I believe I do have a picture of that. So give me 1 second here. Here's the rendered image of it. And there you can see you got the pin stops in them. So it is something that Moto is working on designing now. I know on Friday Night Bricks, he was showing off a bunch of the pieces that he got to do it. And according to him, these fit together quite nicely. And they should be scalable, just like the ones I'm doing based on the math here. So I haven't built them myself, obviously. I have my own version, but it looks like this might work pretty well. I'm excited to see a couple of them linked together to see how it looks.
Nice.
But we are getting a bit of a what's the word here? A machination, a proliferation, a whatever you want to say of the hexagon idea to include something like this that Moto wants to work on. So to me, it's, more power to him.
A lot of opportunities with them. A lot of ability to
absolutely
put stuff together, and not in the standard square mill system. You can, actually come off angle and stuff and really integrate builds for a dynamic look. So yeah, I definitely look forward to them.
He's got a lot of information in his slides. Like I said, right, I don't want to show all of that because he sent it to me. I just wanted to show the picture there. Yeah. So that he can post it himself to talk about it.
Those people that are interested, you can go and check out Moto on Instagram for his pictures and information that he has shared. Of course, it's a work in progress, so stay tuned to him as well for the progress on that and what he makes available.
Yeah, so it was fun to see Moto send that to me, and I got to take a look at it. He sent me some other pictures too, so not just those, but he had building instructions and the whole 9 yards.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, we'll see where that ends up. Okay, so we talked some HILS, we talked some weeks. We're only 20 minutes in, but we're already ready for mock time. Of course, Mark told me he didn't have an opportunity, or he wouldn't be able to show anything this week anyway because of his little power outage. But I got quite a bit done on my build here. So before I do that, Amy Schultz is trying to remind us how to do our jobs here. And she says, hey, don't forget, you can like and subscribe. You can hit that button. You can smash the like. You can hit the bell to subscribe, or whatever it is these days. I don't even know. But it'll remind you when we're going live. Occasionally, we are off schedule. Luckily, we were on schedule this week. But we've gone on a Saturday before. We've had random streams before. Mark loves to random stream Animal Crossing when he gets a little stressed out. So you can always do that as well. Rob Claxton's here. And Amy says, I'm not reminding you, but everyone else. Well, I need the reminder myself.
Unfortunately, Mark's businessing on something else right now, so he can't business here. So definitely like and subscribe.
For us. Superhawk says, we made it. Well, that's good, Superhawk Bricks. I'm glad you're here. Let's play Ben's walk-up song so we can get to where I am with the Wolf and the Woods. And thankfully, we've reorganized everything so I can find it now. Here we go.
Wolf is kicking it with a new mob. New mob. New mob.
a chunky mech? Will we get computer tech? An orange spaceship so sleek? Does he hate castle this week? Does the new mech have a wicked taste? Has the castle from last week been reshaped? Has he built Fireworks and welcomes the Cerberus Daddy Ben? Yeah! Don't define me! Computer tech!
All right. Ooh, usually I get that right, but we had the camera in the wrong spot, but now we have moved it to the right spot. And here we have what we've been working on, or what I've been working on, The Wolf in the Woods. We can see
red tree has definitely grown.
We've grown the tree, and now we're working on the orange one. Here's the original for reference. I moved it to a little different location, so it was not filling up the entire background right behind what we were building. Big problems with this old one. I don't know if problems is the right word, but wasn't on the hexagons. The trees were, a little rough. They're not bad, but I also wanted to sort of up the cartoony factor with the house as well. So this is where we are now.
Definitely more whimsical. You can definitely see the lean on the walls, and yeah,
and the sort of the boards used to try to hold it together, and the big
posts out
big
front.
posts, the crooked posts up front. So we've done a lot more in that regard. I made the roof look quite a bit more ragged. It's maybe not immediately evident, but there's more colors and more gaps. And sort of the gaps.
I can definitely see is that a sand or olive green, and the nougat that's in there, and then the tan, and all of the vinage. Yeah, definitely.
Super vine. I mean, there was a vine on the old one too, but it's definitely more extreme. So
this one wraps all the way up over the roof. The other one didn't wrap up around the roof, right?
Yeah, it did not. The other one stopped, and you can see it in the background there, right at the roof line. This one goes all the way up to the top. Got the chimney leaning the opposite way, so you can actually see it. In the old one, it leaned into the tree, so it kind of vanished. And right now I'm doing a lot of work on these two trees. Well, these two pine trees, I made these a little taller. See, on the old one, they were a little more squatty and rough. And then I'm really working on quite an extensive tree trunk here for the orange tree.
You can definitely see that it's aged over the last one. The trees are bigger. The building is more decrepit. There's a lot more to it. So it definitely is this is what it used to look like. It looked even better when it was new, but now this is where we're at.
Now it's pretty rough.
I love it. It looks great.
We're getting some progress on it. The trees themselves, I think, are sort of going to be the biggest change. Using a couple different techniques that I haven't really done before. It's a lot of trial and error to get these where I want them, but trying to learn from real trees a little bit, I guess.
Now I know you wanted to put some lights in it as well. Have you done that while you were building this, or is that something you're going to come back with?
That it's a mistake to do it after. I can promise you that. So there are lights in this one. We're gonna flip those on, and we'll turn it back around here. So we do have the lights. Okay. Here we come back.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
So we've got there's a fireplace in there. Though light's too bright to see that now, but we have a lamp on this side and a torch on this side, and you can kind of see there's a couple of more torches up top, so it does sort of it will in the dark shine through the cracks and crevices in the building, of
really
which there are many
the holes that are in it. Nice.
Yeah, so you can kind of see the lights in there through the window.
Yep.
And then there's also a fireplace down on this side. I can't quite see it.
Is that a window you can see it through just a little bit right there?
There's a couple windows, so you can kind of see it peeking through over here.
Okay, yep.
As well. So hopefully this will look pretty nice in the dark. but it was actually pre-wired this time instead of finishing
Nice.
it and then having to tear the whole thing apart.
Now, what do you still have left on this that you want to do, or how much further do you plan to take it?
Yeah, so the big thing is I got to finish Mr. Orange Tree.
Okay.
And then in terms of the modularity aspect to this, the old build used to have this big orange tree that came out the back, but it was really unstable and it fell apart. So I want to do a extremely large tree on its own hexagon, a big sized hexagon too, one of these medium sized ones. That's going to be probably the biggest tree I've attempted to do for this scale, and we'll see what kind of shenanigans I can come up with that tree. But I definitely want that to be incorporated into this build.
Now, based on your description of what you're thinking for a tree, are
Yeah.
we looking at it being in size comparison to the treehouse Lego made for us? Or
I don't think it'll be that big, but it'll be
Okay.
it'll be the main feature on this size hexagon.
okay,
So it will be pretty big.
okay,
So this hexagon is of the right shape
in that
to fit
gap
like
and-
this. And this will actually go on the back side, the big tree will. But
Okay.
it'll be on the back side. So I got to finish this, cover this, and then put the big tree. I don't know if it'll be right in the middle or off to one side. But we're going to get a tree will probably be this tall. So it'll
Okay, nice.
be quite big. And then all of these sort of fall colored variants are all Wolfpack builds. So I've got this one, the Ruins, the Forge, the Rogue's Forge. Those will all kind of fit together into one scene now,
okay.
and I'll be able to take apart the old Wolf in the Woods build, and recycle those parts for something
Get
new.
them back in the mix, back into new builds. Nice.
Yeah. And that one, it's pretty close to being ready to be taken apart. I think for reference purposes, I've gotten just about everything out of that one that I needed. But you can see from this shot that the roof's quite a bit different.
I definitely love to see a photo shoot of that one and this one to do the comparison, because you can see the
Compare
growth
them.
of the builds together. So
Yeah.
that being able for people to see before it gets torn down, of, as a builder, the growth that you've had just in
Yeah.
techniques and changes and stuff like that is great to show people.
Yeah, the trees in particular, just keep changing. Let's see here. Amy Schultz likes it. She thinks it's good. VMAC says the red tree is fire. Yeah, there's a lot of finickiness to that red tree. But the old one, was okay, but it's very haphazard. It's kind of got this issue. This should be pushed down, but even with that pushed down, it was kind of goofy looking. It's kind of fun to try to do the trunk that way, though. This one's far more, looks a lot more like a tree would
Yeah.
in terms of actual shaping and the way the branches come off. And it does still retain some of the, the one of the tree branches is poking through down by the window here, and another one's coming out the roof. So that's maybe not obvious. It wasn't super obvious on the old one either, but it's better integrated as to how that would
Nice.
probably happen on something like that. And far more stuff on this orange tree. I'm still working to make it a little less blocky on the trunk. So there's a few more tricks I have up my sleeve to try to fix some of that. But this one's far more complicated up top, and we'll get quite a few more branches involved in this one. Quite a few more layers before it's ready.
Well, I look
But
forward to
it's
seeing that. And then the
pretty nice
massive
to
tree that you're going to do, which will be in the heart of the forest, so to speak.
Yes.
So-
Yes. And that one I definitely need, most of these sort of the base when the tree branches start is it's a 2x2 stud area. This one will be much bigger. It'll probably use some hinge plates. It'll probably be eight studs square or something instead of 4.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So
Nice.
we'll see when we get to it, but it's kind of the next step. I do have a I was looking for my orange leaves to see if I could reproduce this tree without having to take the old one down. And I discovered that I'm a rather big fan of orange leaves.
Maybe just a bit.
Bag 3.
So Ben, do you
and
have
bag
more?
4.
Do you have more orange leaves or pink frogs?
Oh, good question. I probably have more orange leaves.
Oh
but
boy.
it's close because I got a lot of pink frogs.
Yeah.
But 4 bags of the orange leaves. I was
Very
like,
nice.
man, I'm gonna have to take that tree apart before just to finish this. And no, that's not the case. And I found I do have the smaller orange one as well. 1 bin worth of those too. So it's definitely
Okay.
the part that I seem to order and then not know where I put and then order more. So
Lots of orange tree coming. Got it.
Brick Dynasty says, I got sucked into this build and I forgot I was supposed to be working. Oops. I don't know what you're working on, but, don't forget
Brick
about
Dynasty,
that.
don't worry, we won't tell.
Yeah, we won't. I won't. All the trees are well done. Need to go back to the original one to see about ingraining method in my head. All right. Yeah, that video from a week or 2 ago when we were working on the branches for this one.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff that went into sort of this.
Yeah, the
This
connection points,
formation.
the arches,
Yep.
and how you get them to get that droop and the body of the tree itself. So yeah, definitely.
Yep. So you can go back and check that out. I think it was only 2 layers tall when that one started, and now the orange one's only 2 layers tall. So this one ended up being, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of 6 layers for the red one. So probably something similar for the orange one. So it'll probably end here-ish, I'd say. So probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 bricks taller than the red one. It's probably where it'll end.
So Ben, are you thinking of maybe integrating like a outlook or an outpost up in the big tree for the wolf pack to observe, or
trying to figure out what it should be or how it should work. If there should be some forestmen sneaking up in there, or what we want to do. But I think the tree itself needs to not just be a giant tree; it needs some other attention. What
some
that's
life
going to be
inside
I'm
of
not
it?
sure yet. Yeah, definitely some life inside of it. I don't know if it's going to be hollowed out and there will be some actual wolves living in it. Who knows, right?
Okay.
We'll see. But it's going to be large. Don't know what color it'll be yet. It'll be a fall color though. Could be yellow. Could be orange. See. Who knows?
I'd love to see a grizzly bear eating or trying to eat or attack somebody up in that tree.
Get some honey.
Yeah.
You pawn at the honey. Who knows? But yeah, we can.
Regardless, I'm sure it's going to be filled with life and a stable piece of itself. So,
yeah. The other thing I found when I was working on these, on the underside where I have spots that are missing plates, that I don't need to fill those in. No one will ever see them. I found when I move these things, then these bricks will get snagged on stuff and they'll come off.
Okay.
So now I'm starting to fill these gaps in when I can, so that the cheese slopes don't come off. So have a little work to do on that, but it's just a little tip from me to any of you who want to use this hexagon system. Looking back at anything we've done, I've definitely found that when I grab them like this, see right here, these ones came off.
Okay.
So there's a stud missing there, which is why when I grabbed them, my finger slipped. So that's kind of what we're going to do to try to stop some of that from happening.
Word to the wise on the system you use for hexagonal builds. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of depends. If there's stuff built on top, they're less likely to come off too. But there we go. So that's what we'll be working on. Feel like I'm going to need some lights for the tree somehow too. I'm going to have to integrate some lights for that. Can't have a build without trees these days.
Yeah.
Without lights and without trees. Those are kind of the requirements. Let's see here. We don't care about that. Twitch Mech. I guess you YouTube folks hopefully can't see the wacky occasional Twitch comments we get that are always, trying to encourage you to buy something.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'd put a party at the base, but that's just me. Well, of course it is, Algoff. I guess the in some sense of the word, the Wolfpack guys are marauders or pirates in their own right.
Well, Al would probably have a bunch of pirates at the base of it, chopping it down to build a new pirate ship. So
it's possible, yeah, or some giant furniture. I got a few Wolfpack figures left still, so they're all gonna have to have their little party. I'm only down to a handful though, so these guys still have to find a house. We do have one guy who's actually kind of armored up like a little knight here.
Now, how many Wolfpack are you planning on having throughout all of the builds together? I
think all of the builds only have one Wolfpack figure except the Rogue's Forge, which has 2.
Okay.
So who knows? I mean, at this point, if I tried to build like a actual Wolfpack stronghold of some variety, then maybe I'd need a few more. I do have some torsos for these guys too. I think they're not these torsos. They're the ones that came with the medieval town square.
Not the CMFs, the town square. Okay.
Yeah, which is what this guy's using, I believe.
Okay.
So he's using that one, and I have like 20 of those, but CMF wise, I just have these guys left that are opened.
Okay.
So one of them dropped the shield, so I'll find that later. But
so a scattering of actual Wolfpacks, and then you'll have some unbranded Wolfpack figures that'll be integrated with them as well.
Yeah, got a few random shields sitting around here. Since my guy's not using a shield anymore, but there we go. That's what we'll be doing, and I will add an actual wolf to my Wolf in the Woods build. See, I got a wolf.
Very nice.
Before, when I first built the original Wolf in the Wood build, Lego had not produced the wolf yet. Okay. I do have one old Wolfpack shield in there. They're not drastically different, but here's the old one versus the new one. Wolf looks a little nicer. He looks a little sweeter than the old one. A little less sinister. But not that much different, quite honestly. A good refresh, I guess I'd say. So, all right. Well, we're at 38 minutes. Brick Dad, do you have anything to show us this week?
I do a little bit. This week was actually going. My Hogwarts Castle, which is my largest MOC, was actually at Bricks and Minifigs here locally. Ryan at Crest Hill. I had it on display in their shop. Since I didn't bring it to Chicago this year, I had it there for display up until fall. And I just went and picked that up today. So I have that over here completely torn apart. And it's going to be getting a rebuild for the new Great Hall and the new tower that just came out. So it's going to be getting a rebuild here shortly. So it's going to be in teardown mode for a little bit. But I do have another MOC here that I took with me and had there. And it's of relevance tonight because it's something that we're going to be discussing here shortly.
Oh, okay.
So
I would suggest to me we got a little bit of a Harry Potter version of a kids pub. Good old Hogsmeade.
Yes, a root beer float location.
Butterbeer. Yep.
So I will flip the camera down and show what I have here.
There we go.
Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit.
Is it always snowy at Hogsmeade? Is that like a thing?
It's not, but for the movie, the majority of it has been done during winter. So
during winter. Okay.
I'm gonna kill this camera for 1 second while I adjust it. Hopefully not make anybody seasick instead.
That sounds fun.
Let's see, can I kill my camera here for a second?
So we are going to eventually talk about the UCS Hogsmeade or whatever they're calling it They are calling it collector's edition. I don't know if the word ultimate comes in there, but it's definitely the collector's edition.
It is not. It is not listed as an ultimate. It is a collector's edition. So that's the difference. That's the difference between Star Wars and Harry Potter.
Yeah. It's kind of a silly distinction, but fair enough.
Yeah.
Why don't they just have series? It's also been, this whole thing with, is this a UCS set or is this a master builder set?
Correct.
Like, who cares, right? But some people do. How many Hogsmeade builds have they done at this point from Lego?
They've done variation or portions of Hogsmeade. You have Hogsmeade Station, which is the train station.
Yep.
And then you had a small 2-building set, which is represented here.
Yep.
In this build, which is Hogsmeade itself. And
it's called Hogsmeade Village Visit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they've also done a Shrieking Shack, which is a adjacent building to Hogsmeade.
Okay.
So this is pretty much my version of what Lego produced this year for our collector's edition. I built this one last year to bring to the circuit of Brickworld shows. And it's pretty much the exact same as Lego gave us this year.
It's pretty similar. I will agree. So a couple things I'm seeing on the Lego version, and we'll talk about that more extensively later.
Yes.
They appear to have 5 buildings. It looks like you've got 4.
Correct.
But outside of that, they're pretty similar. So I guess we'll get a good look at them.
This end down here, you've got the 3 broomsticks. Lego's version is a 3rd floor, so theirs is literally upscaled it a little bit. The Zonkos here is a different design, but it's a smaller design. Your Honeydukes is almost identical to what it was. And then the last building here, which is my Hogshead, is actually a different building, which they have, which is a split with your outpost and I can't remember the name of the other building that's in it, but it's it's another sweet shop. So size-wise, plates for the length of this compared to what Lego gave us is the same. These are on 3 32 by 32s, and Lego gave us 3 16 by 32s for their builds.
Okay. All right.
So lengthwise, this is going to be comparable to what Lego is giving us with that collector's edition.
Yeah, except you're running only 4 buildings. They're running 3. You've also got yours far more built at taking advantage of being able to build them at an angle to make it look more
correct,
a little more scattered like it is in the movie.
Yes,
so less kind of straight lined up.
But like they did also, I did keep this one dollhouse style, which is a way that I tend to build. So backside here, you can get a gander at what all I have in here. And of course, I did have lights in this for display purposes. It shows. But
as one should.
Yeah. So right there. So you'd have a look at what we have here.
There we go. Look at that. Definitely a lot of ability to move your head around to see everything in these. You're not going to be able to just see a nice straight flat back, which
is what Lego does give us. So yeah. So but that's a real quick recap of what mock and what build I have. That I'm actually looking at the new one to see how valuable it is to me to purchase to add to what I already have. Or are there aspects of that I like better than what I already have and want to rebuild or change, or just scrap what I have altogether and start over with what they have? So, yeah.
Well, and it's hard for us to talk about too much of it without showing pictures of the of Hogsmeade, and maybe we will do that here in a minute. We'll do these maybe first. Maybe we'll do this one first for the news, and then we'll talk about the hoops ones after. But just taking a look at what Legos produced, the only thing I would say, yeah, is they've got the third floor on the 3 brooms. Whether that's accurate or not, who knows? And then they've kind of switched their chimney style to be this kind of goofy-looking Tim Burton-y chimney thing going on.
Correct.
But outside of that, it doesn't look like it kind of looks like they took the Hogsmeade Village and just added 2 more buildings to it. So we'll get to that here in a second. Al asks, do you guys buy custom light kits? So there's a number of different vendors out there for light kits, all kinds of different versions that you can do. And then I'll throw this out there, of course, because you got me and Brickdad today, so we'll probably talk about it. Funhole. Funhole has light kits for all of their builds as well, and they will have 2 or 3 or 4 LEDs on a string, and of course it's meant to be built into their specific sets. So they're routed a certain way so that you have a flame element on one part, and then a flashing element on another part, and then a solid light on a third part. So you can get those. For the most part, the ones I've started using now almost exclusively is Brick Stuff. The big reason I kind of favor Brick Stuff, they're kind of a do-it-yourself kit in the sense that they have kind of a controller board that you can plug in lights to or extensions to other controller boards. All the controller boards do is they act as a kind of hub where you can plug in multiple lights, and then they sell individual light pieces as multi-packs. For example, here is a warm white 4-pack of lights. Here's a second warm white. I also have flickering torches, which I use quite a bit. And then I've got the various controller board adapters. So each one of these will let you plug in 6 things to them. You need either power in or, an extension cable from another controller board to get power to it. So really it's 5. And if you use this to extend to another one, then it's 4.
I've done multiple. I've used most brands. I've given a shot or a try. You can see behind me here, I've got my city. Half of my city is lit up with custom lights, but I've also done some of the light kits to test them and see how they go. There's about 3 or 4 main brands that are the pre-wired preset kit that you can get. For the most part, I do just custom lighting because it seems to be easier to get the lights where I want them. I'd rather have extra wire that I have to hide than try and get to a point where the wire's not long enough and I have to figure out how to go at that point. So I'm definitely trying to get smarter with how I use the lights. The other thing, on any of these is you got to get power to them. So there are lots of different options for powering. There's adapter boards that'll let you run USB off it. There are adapter boards that'll run off AAAs. There are adapter boards that'll run off of coin cell batteries. I don't know. Maybe Brickdad plugs them directly into the wall. I have no idea. Actually, yeah, I do. I run them to a hub, and then I will literally run 5 or 6 USBs off of a direct connect wall outlet. Each one has their own switch, so I can run those. For shows and stuff like that, depending if I'm at a place where I can actually have power to my station. Otherwise, I will run a power pack. I literally just run a USB power pack that I can hopefully build in a spot in the build to put it in.
So that. Yeah, I mean, and obviously LEDs don't use a ton of power, so they're not terribly difficult to power off one of those batteries for quite a while.
Yes, I've got a small mock that I bring with me that I travel with. That is my Great Hall mock. And I actually have it built in where I have one of those battery packs in it, and I can literally turn it on at the beginning of a demonstration or talking to people or coaching or teaching or something like that, and they can actually see it, and the lights will stay on the entire time I'm doing that, so I can get 3, 4, 5 hours out of it with maybe 4 lights that I have running. There's 4 LED lights in it, so
Yeah.
you can do amazing things with a small battery pack inside a build.
Yeah.
Not only that,
There's,
but they're rechargeable also.
Of course, yeah. You can have as many USB battery banks around as you want and plug them directly into an outlet or anything that has USB. You can find USB charging almost anywhere nowadays. Brick Stuff also sells a kind of pack that has everything included in it. This is the medieval lighting starter kit. So it's got 4 torches, 3 flickering lights, 4 connector cables, 3 adapter boards, and a AAA battery box. So it's not intended to be a Brick Stuff commercial, but
well, I was just going to say I'm working with Brick Stuff as well. They do LED screens and
Yes.
compute, small micro screens and stuff like that. And I'm actually working with them on a design for a MOC that I'm trying to get built. And I'm just going to say that it is a Hogwarts Express train car MOC that would include moving pictures.
Yeah.
So I'm working with them. The big thing is they're proprietary on their code writing of how the stuff has to be formatted. So to use their screens, you do have to use them and go through them, which I don't have a problem with. They're great people. And I definitely recommend Brick Stuff for your LED lights and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, and they're a US based company. In fact, I think they're right here in Minnesota. So
yes.
So that's really good. And I think the big thing for me, one of the reasons I've kind of switched over to using them more than anything else, they have a variety. They're not inexpensive, but none of the lighting stuff is. They're not terrible either, but more so than that, they are starting to carry them quite regularly at Bricks and Minifigs. And here in Minnesota, we also have Brick Mania, which also is carrying them. So I've got pretty good access to them. We're up to, I don't know, about 7 Bricks and Minifigs in the Twin Cities. I've got one in my hometown here. They almost never are carrying the medieval starter packs anymore because I just buy them every time I'm in there. I take all their medieval starter packs. So they're probably getting tired of me buying them all out. But
yeah, I'm surprised they haven't offered you like a special deal of just, factory order, just how many do you want this month, Ben? Yes.
Yeah. Well, so I went over and asked the Brick Stuff guy, like, they come in these nice plastic boxes that you can restore stuff in. But I had a whole bunch of them. I'm like, do you guys take these back and like, would you reuse them? They're like, no, just get rid of them, which was unfortunate. I thought maybe they'd love it that I brought them, an entire banker's box full of empty plastic shells, but no, they weren't interested. So
the reuse factor was wasted, unfortunately.
Yeah. Alphonse says, maybe you could just get the sticker sheet and go from there. Also asked, do you have the Hogsmeade build on socials anywhere?
I do. I have some new pictures that I'll be posting. My Instagram as well as TikTok.
Right.
I'm one of the weird ones. The majority of my stuff is short content, so it's on TikTok as well as Instagram. So
right.
I am working on expanding and getting my stuff onto YouTube a little bit more. The downside with that is reformatting to fit the long format, and majority of my stuff is vertical film.
Yeah.
So it's the short format style. So
that's so crazy, man. For a lot of us, for the Lego, kind of the photo side of it, the photography side of it, changes basically based on where the popular place is to post them. So at first we had Brookshelf, and then we had mock pages, and then we had Flickr, which was the big one. And I still use Flickr because I can store high-res images there, and I don't have to go through a formatting hell like I do on Instagram. And then Instagram. And of course, Instagram's big problem is they hate computer users. They want everything on the phone. So, it's just such a challenge to make sure that your edited picture fits what they want it to be. And I found out how to go back and edit my thumbnails so you can see everything in them and all this other stuff. But it's like, I can't do it on the PC. You have to do it on your phone. It's just, some of it's so stupid.
depending on
But-
platform, yeah, using their format and their software and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
Alphonse,
Flickr was easy because you could get thumbnails of several sizes. They resized it all for you, but you have to pay for it to get unlimited storage or to get more storage. And it's not where the social hotness was. So we've all migrated to Instagram for now. And
yeah, I was only
3
on
years
Flickr
from now,
for a
it'll be
little
something
while
different.
with stuff, and I walked away from it, and I was like, yeah, I think it was when they changed over from being free service to paid service to expand your account and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not into that. So,
And then
Alphonse, I will hit you on Instagram. You can message me, and I will make sure that I get those up or tag you on those pictures. So just let me know, and I can get you those pictures, a lot better pictures of what I have if you want to take a look at those.
Right.
The other question about for Al about the stickers,
Mm-hmm.
there's a builder in Europe. I want to say they're in the UK that actually does custom Harry Potter stickers for builds and MOCs and stuff like that. Their Instagram name is Scarlet Patronus, and they do custom stickers for all of the shops, whether it's one that's Lego's done or hasn't done or anything, pretty much anything Harry Potter. They do sticker sheets and stuff like that for that. So I do have some large sticker packs to go with them on top of the opportunity to just get the one from the Lego set and then use that one as well. So.
All right. Well, there you go. Let's see here. VMAX says Bevan's Brick sells a good variety of light stuff. It's compatible with T-Do, so you can get basic lights cheap and get the more technical stuff elsewhere. Stud City says those are sweet. Give y'all credit with light kit installs. It's good to know where you get them. It's good to know how we choose to use them. And of course, for Brickworld, World of Lights is a big thing, so always fun to add them. It's a fun element. One of the things I appreciate about Funhole, again, it's not a Funhole stream, but we might talk about them a few times today. I guess we'll see. Let's see here. So can you do a custom length of wire to different lights in the build? Yeah. So they do have a length. If you're getting the Brick Stuffs things, of course, if you're Brick Dead builds, you're just running your own wires, so you don't care. But these do have different wires. These are 30 centimeter, for example, which is approximately 1 foot. But the other thing that you can do is you can run connector cables like this from a control board to a completely different part of the MOC, and then you can light 3 or 4 things in one room off one of these little control boards. So there's a variety of ways to do it. They do come in different lengths, but for the most part,
majority of the power length that I've found are you've got 15s, 30s, and 50s, which the ones Ben are talking about, the extensions
to go
from board to board. So 60s, okay. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I think up to about 1.5 feet is the max wire length that they'll run. And I think that is mostly because of the amp draws and stuff like that on the smaller LED, how small the wires are and what they're able to flow through them.
They're very small.
Yeah.
And that's good so that they can fit easily and get pinched underneath tiles and run through headlight brick holes and all that stuff. I'll tell you, and obviously, Al, you build some much larger things, so maybe you've got a scale issue that I don't. But I've found that in any of these builds, I usually don't have a problem reaching back to the power. In fact, I usually end up with more cable than I need in most cases, and I've got to kind of tuck it away. But there's certainly times where I ran an extension cable up to the top of a tower and plugged 5 or 6 things in there and sort of found one central place to kind of have a hub where all of the wires went. So it's not too hard to do. You kind of get into it. There's a little planning on the front end. But for the most part, most of these good wire solutions or good kits, they're so easy to get the wires in and out of stuff that they're pretty easy to work with. Pretty robust too. I haven't really had many that haven't worked. So.
Another thing too is Brickworld Chicago. There were 2 or 3 sessions on lighting itself, anything from beginner of how to make a basic circuit to the point of actually soldering and wiring up light boards to have a little display or something like that. So if you are considering doing this and you want some tutorials, you can obviously find stuff online, or it's also offered at Brickworld Chicago for next year. So
all right, let's see here. All right, I use DaVinci to result edit my pictures for Instagram and even my YouTube posts of BrickDead builds. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of different programs to get good editing, and some of them do have sort of smart features for getting it sized right for Instagram. So yeah, I'm sure pretty much any quality photo editing software will have some ability to do that. Liam Brick to Bed, hi y'all, just catching this on my lunch break. Happy Monday to you in Australia. Let's see here. Liam's excited that you're here, Brick Dad.
Hello, Liam.
Should be. Let's see here. D-Max says Bevan's Brick has 30-inch supply cord. I run everything off 2 USBs using them and splits. Never had any issues over a 5-day. So yeah, they might be pretty robust if you want to check out Bevan's Bricks. Like I said, mine are mostly I go with brick stuff because local supply. But if you find a site that works for you, great. Brick Dad, have you seen my ship in a bottle cabinet? I'd like to put lights under each bottle. And you know how tall that is, he says.
Yes, sir. I have seen it. I actually have some pictures from when I was out there looking at it and stuff. So I can take a look at those pictures and give you some advice if you'd like. Shoot me a message and we'll go from there. I'll definitely help you out.
All right. Well, we've put it off, but now we're at hour 2 where we normally talk about the Lego news. We called this one Hoops and Harry today. I didn't know we'd get sidetracked so much on lighting, but that's fine. It's a fun aspect of the build for me, so I'm getting more into it, trying to put it in on the front end. And, it's always hard to know exactly where to start. Luckily, it doesn't take too long to kind of get it figured out. So, hoops.
Let's talk hoops.
Harry. Yeah. Now that you got your build put away, let's talk hoops. Let's start with hoops, because I'm sure everybody is super excited to talk about this, our second Nike collaboration round, because the first one wasn't enough. Here's the first one.
I know there's a lot of apprehension off of that first one of what was going to be coming. So does what's coming actually meet the idea of what we were expecting?
Yeah, so. Justified terror. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, the first one, I don't know. I had mixed feelings. I didn't care for it, but at the same time, I bought the Adidas Superstar set. So am I some sort of giant?
I'm an Adidas guy. I'm an Adidas guy myself. So yeah. I have all 3 of the builds. So I'm there.
Yeah. So here's the second one. The first set that actually kind of has a play feature, which is kind of cool. So we'll take a look at that. It's $40, so fairly reasonably priced for 454 pieces. So the price to part's okay. It does have a custom minifig, which is this dunking girl here with the hat with the hood attached to it, which I think was a hidden side thing or something originally. Looks like they've got a basketball that you can palm. So I don't know if that's going to work for the great ball contraption or not. Who knows?
I don't think it will. I think that's the same mold that they used for the last set with the printing of the face for the basketball head. I think they just have no printing on it. So that flat spot, I'm pretty sure won't work, and it might be a larger diameter.
Yeah, so it's probably a hole that would fit the peg for the head on it. So regular stud-sized hole. And we've got the girl dunking. We've got a return. I don't know if that's the same net mold as we've had in the past, or if it's different. It looks different. It looks thicker. But I couldn't tell you that for sure. I know we've had a rim mold, and now we've also had a net mold. Can't tell offhand if that's the same one.
I'm actually looking forward to this one. I'm kind of, I think this is going to be a good one because of the price point on it. As a build set to put on a shelf, I think this is a good set. I think it's cheaper than the previous set. I think this is one that is tangible for people. And I'm excited for the minifig on it also because of the fact that it is Nike logoed minifig.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be some value in that figure to go with it. So
yeah, we've got sort of the other thing that I'm not getting a good view of, and I'd like to, is the base has some sort of design on the top of it, but you can't really see it too well in any of these shots. So I don't know. It looks like it's probably a sticker with some big panels on it in the back here, but you can't really tell super
they are
easily from
stickers.
these pictures.
They are stickers. The lifestyle shot gives you a good angle of the sticker
right.
sheet if you can zoom in a little bit.
All right, so we'll get a good look at that here in a second. So it does have the play feature there. You use the little handle, little Technic handle to make the shoe spring up, and you can try to make the ball. They also kind of have the cool background effect coming off this thing as well. Before we dig into the lifestyle shot, let's take a look here. See, $40 is nice to see, says Quinlan Ferber. Nice name. I wonder who that is. Horrible, but I want some Nike branded minifig stuff, says alternate candidate. So good to see you here, Ralph Nader. Not a fan of the Nike sets, but I feel like they are going to sell fast. I did see people buying them when they came out, the original Dunk one.
Yes.
What the heck is that? Says Al. That looks like the Hidden Side mold. Yeah, it's kind of looked like that to me, but the logo on the Hidden Side hat was more Adidas-y, so I'm sure it's Nike now. This is definitely the best Nike IP set for sure. Well, we'll take a look at the other one here in a little bit. Let's see here. Yes, HS018. That is from the Hidden Side. Baseball cap with hoodie. But I'm sure this one's baseball cap with hoodie with Nike logo on it. Let's see here. It seems to fall in an odd place, like a play set for collectors. Yeah, good point, VMAC. Like here you can see who's buying this, or they're telling us is buying this. It's, you know, some sort of a hip person who is a teenager or a mid-teenager. It's not an adult collector. It's someone who apparently wants to play with it. Maybe she's into Nike. Maybe she's a junior sneakerhead. I don't know. But
well, that's one of the things too, is with this collaboration with Nike, Nike's advertising it as well from the Nike website for their teen market with their sports programs and stuff like that. So the actual wearable accessories and stuff, the shoe line and stuff like that. There's another black and white classic that's coming out. I'm not sure which. The Dunk Low is a black and white Lego brand shoe coming as well, with some minifigs and stuff. So there's some other stuff that's coming along with it. So the Dunk Low, yeah.
Okay.
But
well, here,
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about basketball and bricks. You know, I hate to throw bricks up, but you know that is basketball. Is you know hitting bricks with my basketball. So.
Yeah, don't shoot a brick. That's what you're supposed to not do. So we've got here a look at the base. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but it's like a kind of spray painted lane plus top of the key free throw line type thing. So it's a basketball court idea. It's definitely stickers on the two back ones with the design, and then looks like it's brick built in the front half.
Yeah.
So lots of bricks for this 454 piece set involved just in the base. But you know, decent number probably in the shoe as well. It doesn't look like they've used a crazy number for the backdrop, which is probably good. But
now in that picture there, the green, white, and blue Nike brick logo, that looks to be a printed.
Yeah.
To me,
It does.
It's hard to tell, but
I think the basketball
that,
probably, quite honestly, the
yeah.
two shade one with the dark blue. So those big tiles might be printed, but I think that the Nike logo on the shoe and the court are stickers. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the actual shooting mechanism here with the shoe off. So here we've got some shots that we're trying to make. I don't know what kind of trick shots you're making, but we got that going for us. Here she's
Adoring the
taking
shoe, yeah.
An adorable little shoe here.
Yeah.
So here we go. Quinlan asks, any thoughts on comparing the new Nike sets, the Adidas shoe that retired a few years ago? Official set or gift with purchase? Well, this shoe obviously is much smaller than the Adidas one was. The Adidas one was, a size 10 shoe type size. It's probably similar to the Nike Dunk one, though I don't have it, so I can't say.
The Adidas shoe is actually larger than the Dunk shoe was. So,
all right.
The Dunk shoe is probably about 2/3 the size of the Adidas Classic.
Right.
So,
yeah, and I think part of the difference there is the Dunk shoe had like a minifig in it, and it was more stylized. The Adidas one was supposed to look like an Adidas Superstar sneaker.
Yeah.
So, it was more intended to look like what it was as opposed to the Nike version here. So you can see here how small this one is, quite a bit smaller. Let's see here. Yeah, we've got the minifig there. We've got an old camera because, why wouldn't you have that? I don't know what to say about this lifestyle shot. I don't know whose room this is. She's got an old rusted locker. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, it goes in your locker. It could fit in your locker at school, so you can be cool.
Yeah, because that's where you should definitely bring your Lego, is to your school locker.
Yeah. The headphones.
Maybe. I don't know.
Are those
we got the
same
headphones
ones?
back. Same ones. Okay. Yep. That's not quite the avocado color scheme, but it's up there.
Yeah.
Now we have it with the other Dunk sets, with the other Nike set and the Dunk set. So you can see the Dunk shoe there. Quite a bit bigger than the Trick Shot shoe. But yeah, so I can even tell from here it's quite a bit smaller than the Adidas one would be.
Yeah.
We've got a number of Polaroids of basketball stuff. This is definitely what I'd be using my Polaroid for. I would imagine Polaroids are usually used to take selfies to give to your friends immediately, not to take pictures of urban street environments and then bring back and tape up, but I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of weird like that. We've got how many Nike things here? We've got a Nike stocking cap. We've got a Nike Lego basketball. So those are some more cross promotion there.
Well, the stocking cap hasn't been advertised yet, so that's a leaked product.
Looks nice down there.
Yeah, they haven't shown that yet with the shoe line and stuff. They've only shown the shirt, the yellow shirt, the basketball itself, as well as the 2 styles of shoe that they're going to be coming out with. So there is more product. So definitely check the lifestyle shots to see what other clothing and stuff. Maybe a half skateboard. I don't know.
Maybe. And of course, they've got a number of shoe boxes in this image as well, because, why wouldn't you? Trick Shot shoe comes off so the dog can eat it, Alphonse suggests. Yeah, that must be the reason. So your cat can knock it over and your dog can eat it.
And the basketball that was in that picture was a version 2 that hasn't been shown either. So
they had a blue one. What color was their first one? Yellow? Okay.
Yeah, it was brick yellow.
The first Nike shoe that they came out with, an actual shoe. It's kid size, of course, so you can't get one. But it was yellow. So it seems like they kind of had a level 1 was yellow, and now they're moving to blue. So let's see here. Liam says, I'm going to leave these sets for the sneakerheads. Save up for the new pirate ship coming. There's a new pirate ship coming. What? Yeah, that one's definitely been heavily leaked. So got a pretty good idea on what you're talking about there.
Al will be happy with it.
Yeah, especially if
except it's black. It's not.
Especially if you like black. Yes.
Yeah.
Black and pearls, perhaps. Okay, so here's our second one. $70. This one is got 809 pieces. So again, priced apart, not bad. Of course, some people might be saying no figgy, no buy. But I guess we'll see here.
I wouldn't
here
even
we
consider
have-
that a figgy to begin with, but
Yeah, here we're back to this blue scheme again. So this must be sort of wave 2 is using blue. We've got
I could see that, yeah.
A player here getting ready to dunk a ball that is comically large compared to the hoop in this picture here.
You can't see that
and
pinhole
then-
a little, or no, that's not the same ball. That's a different ball. Never mind.
And the hands are enormous compared to the rest of him. But we've got some sort of abstract ness going on here. Got a scoreboard with some banners. We've got stands with some people. We've got like this goofy looking jump picture to sort of be able to, or jump graphic to be able to picture the guy jumping. And then a little tiny basketball court down for the base. Going up to dunk the ball with his enormous hands. I do like the purple brick with the Nike Lego logo on it, though. It looks shiny.
Yeah.
As well as the 2x2 ones down here on the stands. So those are cool. But there we have it. I don't know. What's people's reaction to this? That's the Earth piece in orange, I believe, says VMAC. Yeah, it might very well be that.
Okay.
That piece from the orrery, the orbiting Earth. But there it is. They're trying to dunk it down. So
yeah,
I don't know.
There's
I
been
don't know.
comments
I
about
don't
how
know.
they could not do a net on this with, it's literally just a rim, and
And the ball probably doesn't even fit through it, quite honestly. Or it's close. Yeah, VMAC points out the scale is all over the place. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, I mean, nothing is quite scaled the same, right? So we've got the guy, and I understand that you want to do like forced perspective or just kind of the idea of some of this other stuff. But the guy is not in scale with the hoop. His head's not in scale with his hands. The ball's not in scale with any of it. So there is kind of this zany scale thing going on here. And there's cartoony proportions, and then there's, whatever this is. You can customize his jersey, so that's exciting, I guess. I don't know. So you can make your guy look like however you want for the dunkingness. Here's a couple different versions of the shoe. Give him a sleeve on his leg. That's exciting. I don't know. All right, now we got...
Here's our branding, our blue.
Oh, we got our lifestyle shot. Yeah, look at this. Got the full sweatsuit on with the hat and the sweatshirt and probably the pants too, if I was guessing.
Yeah, and the bag, the backpack that's over there. At least we have a full skateboard with a ball on it.
Yeah, well, it looks like we've got a lot of balls in this set. We got disco balls. We got the skateboard with the basketball on it. We've got balls everywhere. So... And this kid looks like he's very confused as to where he should put this last piece. He's like,
Yeah,
I know
why do I have extra
replacing his
pieces?
shoes, but why am I holding this now? But yeah, here he goes. Is that a marble pedestal that he's putting this on?
Yeah.
This kid's room is crazy. Crazy room. This kid definitely has ADHD. Okay, we have some random art and papers everywhere. Now he's again redressing his figure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Amy says,
Lots
I
of
like
questions.
the perspective of the fans in the stands. I mean, they're in front of the pole as opposed to behind it, but that makes sense, I guess. Amy, Liam asks, are you going to pick any up? And Amy says, no, I'm not really interested. I mean, the price of parts is good. It's just that I don't know that the parts are outstanding. The color scheme's kind of interesting. It's purple and a couple shades of blue. But yeah, I mean, as a display piece, I'm kind of skeptical that I would like this because of all the kind of odd issues with the proportions. And here we go. We've got 2 disco balls that the Nike had again. Then we have a foam ball thing. I have no idea what that is or why it's there. We've got a couple pairs of headphones and a whistle. So this kid likes sports. Sports, sports, sports. His whole life is just sports. We've got a picture in the background, which appears to just be a picture of a basketball hoop. Like outside somewhere. I don't know. There's no person in it. There's nothing. It's just the hoop.
Hoop dreams.
Hoop dreams,
Nothing
I
else.
guess.
Just the hoop itself. Just a hoop dream.
Dreaming of the
So,
hoops. Okay, well, here he's working on putting this thing together. Question: is he on that stage of the iPad instructions? He is not.
He is
but
not.
we already knew that. We're back to Polaroids of basketball hoops again. That's super important.
I'm curious about the string, the rope part that's over there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's thick shoelace or what it's supposed to be.
Got the blue headphones down there in the corner or over on the side.
Yep, I got the basketball in the picture again. We still haven't got a clear look at whether our Nike logo is somewhere on those pants, but I would guess they are. Let's see here. Quinlan asks, will people go back to buy the old NBA figures because of the basketball sets? Those old figures have some interesting history to them for sure. I guess, one of the problems with having the basketball sets, they had the springs in the legs so they could shoot. I don't know how well any of that worked. And then the other issue is, of course, you'd come out with a figure for a player and then he'd get traded to another team like 3 days later. Also, the faces, the other thing is they did skin tones on them for one of the first times, which was a big deal. And a lot of people went crazy about that. But because your facial features on a minifig are so bland, like the people that they were supposed to represent didn't look anything like them at all. Like how do you make a face for Allen Iverson,
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett, like especially Kevin Garnett, he doesn't even have any hair. So, is he just a dark complexion smiley face? Like, how do you show Kevin Garnett without it apparently, looking overly racist or some other terrible thing? So it was really hard for them.
There was a lot of difficulty in them trying to figure out how to print personality on those heads. It was with everyone they did.
Well, and they've gotten better at it over time. But at that time, they were not good at making a minifig head look like somebody. And so there were a lot of just straight up ugly faces, I'll say.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the players were ugly, but they'd like print hair on them that like didn't make any sense. They were just so ugly.
The artistic design used to print them was terrible. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And you'd have your guy in his Bucks jersey, and then 2 days later he was traded to the Pacers. So they very quickly became irrelevant.
It lends to the buildability. You're taking their heads off and switching heads between players. So
yeah, that's fair enough. I guess they all had the same body shape because they were just minifigs.
Yep.
And obviously you've got monstrous Shaq. He was the same size as Allen Iverson was. If they even had a Shaq figure, I don't even know who was out
parts
at the time.
I don't know if this would even be of interest to me as a parts pack. I know I'm looking at it in a retail display perspective. Yeah. Where you and Mark tend to look at the usability of that set for parts and stuff like that. But for me, I don't think, other than sneakerheads or basketball fans, I don't see a lot of appeal for this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's kind of where a lot of people have been turned off by this, is they feel like it's just an advertisement for Nike. I guess.
Well, it's not even just that, but they're focused on basketball with it. And it's unfortunate because Nike actually does so many other sports and so many other things that having to focus on basketball kind of detracts from the desirability of, brand diversity. So
I guess the other thing I would say about the other thing that makes the minifig heads or the kind of the character come out is the accessories. And for the basketball players, they had just the jerseys. That was it. So they just kind of fell apart in that regard. more than anything else.
I could see
so this-
doing a polybag series of jerseys.
Sure. It
Just,
could be
you know,
generic.
Flat build jerseys for teams,
Yeah.
not necessarily players, but teams to
Yeah.
collect all the NBA teams.
Yeah, you'd probably have to have a deal with the NBA to do that, as opposed to just Nike. So I don't know. But who knows?
I think they'd be more likely to do it, and then being able to include the WNBA. But there's a lot of controversy in that respect right now as well. So
I'm sure. Let's see here. The iPad step is on the same step as the Wednesday set was last time we looked at them.
nice.
So there we go. Liam says the lunch break is over. Hopes we have a good stream. Liked and sub, says Quinlan. I like Nike, but not basketball. Hence the only wanting the minifigure accessories, says Ralph Nader. Let's see. I have a cousin-in-law who's into these. He's also an ex-college basketball guy with a 4-year-old, so could be more of a sports dad kids angle type thing, possibly. And I will say the other thing, we do know that there are a number of NFL players, not NFL, NBA players in particular, who are Lego fans.
Very true. Yes.
So we know very specifically of Miles Turner, formerly of Indiana Pacers. Now he's somewhere else. Where did he end up? I don't
Milwaukee.
remember, but Milwaukee. Okay, so closer. Hey.
Yeah. We're
about the same distance. I don't know.
We're
But
reaching
Miles
out
Turner-
for Brickworld.
Okay, so he's been to Brickworld this year. He couldn't come because his team was in the finals. Fortunately, they didn't
Correct.
win, but the Pacers made it to the finals. Dwight Howard, if you remember him, he was also a big Lego guy. So there are a number of crossovers here of people who are into this. I'm sure. Maybe I can't speak for Miles Turner, but maybe he'd love one of these sets. Who knows?
He's actually
I'm sure.
They've asked him, and he said, "Yeah, he's very much interested in them." But then he also has a life-size Darth Vader statue of himself as Darth Vader. So,
let's see here. Al says, "I'm no pro basketball fan, and I hate Nike. So you know where I'm at these sets." Okay, well, you not even into the parts, I guess. There's
not enough brown.
Some reddish brown in here, but not enough. So not enough for furniture. Quinlan asks, "Are there more sets coming with the Nike collab?"
Very likely.
Possibly.
Very likely.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to be rattling these off pretty quick. We also see that they're, producing quite a bit of apparel as well. So, and Lego's been doing more collabs lately. So, wouldn't be surprised if they keep this type of thing up. This is, I think, the same shot we just saw for the trick shot.
Yep.
So here it's back again. Again, Dunk. The Dunk collab first, along with the next two. And here's kind of an idea of the different jersey combos you can put on this guy. And, they're somewhat posable, but yeah, the scale on this thing's just kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what they could have done better or different. But they're producing it. So there you go. All right. And then last but not least, I do want to talk about the price apart before we jump into this. Coming out September 1st. Coming out September 1st. If you are an insider, you have to wait till September 4th if you're not. But, isn't basically everybody an insider? Who knows? 12 minifigures. We have the Hogsmeade Village Collector's Edition. 3,228 pieces for $400. The dagger right there. So priced apart, not great. Does have 12 figures, but I don't know. Are these particularly desirable figures in your mind, Brick Dad?
Hold on a second. My bank's calling right now and saying, no, do not buy. Okay. My bank said, don't buy this.
All right, bank.
Parts
bank,
to price.
Bank said
price.
no.
Yeah. There are a couple exclusive figures in this, but there are a lot of repeat figures in here as well.
Okay.
So there's a couple new torso prints, but for the most part, these are figures that have already been in sets and Hogsmeade sets and
Okay.
stuff. So I'm not. I don't see a justification on figures alone to justify wanting to day one this.
All right. So you're not feeling FPJ on this then?
I am not. Yeah, the GWP that comes with this is not a brick built GWP, so the desirability of that changes my perspective on this as well. It is a collectible item, not a buildable item, similar to the Weasley's home, the Burrow, the new collector's
Burrow.
edition Burrow that they just came out with last year. So I think that's what they're doing for GWPs for Harry Potter now, is to push the collectible item to associate with them. Not something that I'm fond of. So I don't.
Would you prefer that just be a VIP purchase for points if you wanted it type of thing instead? And
yeah. Oh, very much so. Yeah.
Get us a brick built something.
Yes. Just like they did for the coins and medallions and the magnets on VIP for the other themes. That definitely should have been the direction they went with it. There is a GWP that's coming for the back to school with the Harry Potter sets, but that is a price point GWP, not necessarily an exclusive that goes with this. So while you can stack them and get multiple GWPs with this purchase, I don't see the justification in spending $400 on this set right here
to get the plaque for sure, right?
Yeah, to get the collectible plaque. That,
I mean, Gringotts had the cool cart build and the vault or whatever.
Yes, correct.
And then we get this.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been an ideal thing, is to have like an exclusive sleigh or another part of Hogsmeade, a small little building, or the archway going into Hogsmeade. That would have been an ideal GWP to put with this. Would be a 150 piece archway that goes into Hogsmeade, but they missed the ball on that one of being able to put in an archway as a collector's item or something like that. So,
well, and they've also got this little cart here that the guy is driving with the horse.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 100 piece build there. That could have been the type of thing. Maybe get a second carriage or something. I don't know. Just you could have found something to brick build. We'll just say that, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. Now, I've talked with the designer that actually built this. There was a lot of thought and effort that went into this, but they were on the fence of repeating the theme, as you saw in the mock that I built. The small Hogsmeade set was a 2 building set that was an $80 set. 2 of those, you got 4 buildings at $160. You throw another $100 on that, you're still only at $260 with another $260, and you're putting enough bricks on it with $100 worth of brick to build the difference between these. So I don't see the price point on it other than whatever import, inflation, and tax or IP tax adjustments they're making to justify it. I don't see it though. So
let's see here. Nick Brick says, "I'll never full price Jones. Why not wait to buy at a discount? GWPs still don't incentivize me." And Amy says, "Yes, but not every set goes on sale." And while that's true, Amy, I have found that the ones that are kind of out of sync with their price do tend to eventually get an adjustment. I don't know if Lego has figured that out, but people do look to price to part ratio. People keep track of that. So if you're aiming something at the more adult collectors, they will expect, a better price than this. And sometimes they're willing to spend an extra $60 to $100 if the set is, iconic or enormous or groundbreaking. I'm not sure that this qualifies as any of those, unfortunately.
This is a set that I will watch. I will watch Amazon for this set, and I will wait for Black Friday sales to see where this happens on the Black Friday sales, to see if it kicks down enough to be interesting to me. I need
Yeah.
close to a $40, $50 drop on this price for it to even be interesting to me. So I hate to say it, but that's where it's at, because I'm looking at the parts count on this to what I'm
3,200.
spending.
Yeah. Let's see here. This looks very Tim Burton. Doesn't really scream Harry Potter to me. And yeah, I had sort of mentioned that to Brick Dad, is that, you know, they got kind of the crooked roofs here, which maybe is what their direction was in the movies. I don't know. But they do kind of have more of a Tim Burton vibe.
I think they went overboard on the chimneys, but you know, I think they tried to compensate on, well, we need a couple extra bricks, we need to bump up the numbers a little. Let's throw an extra chimney or make one a little fatter. Throw some extra snow on the roofs to fatten up the roofs a little, and throw the brick count a little bit higher, because it's just not there. So
yeah. I was reading my text messages from Mark.
Oh, no worries.
I'm not sure what this means. It sounds like he maybe got power back, but maybe he isn't quite there yet. I guess we'll find out in a little bit, because he says the alley lights are back on, the house is connected, but now he's saying we have damaged breakers that need replacing.
Oh yeah, if any of the breakers were tripped and fused, then there's going to be breakers that are pretty fried.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, Amy says, yeah, I'll still wait though and see if they go on sale. Okay, so you talked a little bit about the buildings before, but we've got a split building here on the far left.
Yes.
Looks like
that's the outpost,
and then a dervish
and blots.
Dervish and blots. You've got honeydukes. You've got the 3 broomsticks. Then what's this gray colored building here? Not sure. And then the red one on the end.
The red one on the end is Zonkos.
Zonkos, and then whatever this gray one is in the middle. Can't really see, but that's okay. Looks like we got quite a few stickers going on here.
Oh, yes.
You can definitely see Honeydukes has got stickers. I can see the station signs are stickers. So definitely get your brick separator ready to put some stickers on. We've got interiors of some degree on all the buildings, but they are quite tight, as maybe you can imagine. It also triggers me for some reason. And I don't know that I have, any right to be triggered. But the fact that you can see the screens through the top of the windows over the roof, I don't know why. It just bothers me.
Yeah,
it's right here.
It's an unfinished feel. Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes it feel extra unfinished. And I know it's dollhouse style, right?
Yeah.
And so it's going to be unfinished to some extent, but then that just kind of like takes me out of it even further.
Now, here's the problem, though, is this is a collector's edition. It shouldn't take you out of it. It should be finished. It shouldn't have that unfinished feel. Even if it's you're putting 2 1x2 bricks in front of it to block it so that you're not looking at it.
Yeah.
Just to finish it on the backside. So it's I agree with you. It's unfinished and it doesn't. Yeah. I'm not happy with it.
Yeah, we got another owl post sticker here. This guy's petting his horse. I have no idea why they thought this particular picture needed to be included in here. Like, what's exciting about this?
His character is a jerk.
Okay.
They're trying to just,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. Fizzy Wizzies, also another sticker. It looks like we got stickers all over the place. Fun little place here if you're coming in. Looks like they got a fortune telling machine with a skull in it. Why not? Come in and buy your treats here at Honeydukes.
Yes.
They love doing this thing now. Like, this is a whole thing. It's a whole thing to just show everything in this wire outline in black with the size. They do this for everything now that's remotely collector's edition.
I think customer service is getting tired of getting emails of how big is this set? I want to know for my shelf.
Yeah. Does this
Does
will
it
this
fit on my
shelf?
shelf? Or, yeah.
Will this fit on my shelf? Yeah, they gotta start doing the shelf size guide.
Yeah. And they're like,
Let's
oh, it's
see.
this long. And then they buy it and they're like, I'm returning it because it was too tall and wouldn't fit in my cabinet. So
Yeah. Apparently the black suit guy's name is Fudge,
that is Fudge, yes.
and it's the worst figure of him that he's seen. Jesse's Brick
That is
Galaxy
correct.
gives us a hello there. Hello, Jesse's Brick Galaxy. All right, so here we get a look at the set itself. And I will say that the original Diagon Alley, not the new collector's one, not the mini one, but one of the first Ultimate Collector's ones. I was really excited when that set came out. The price to part was pretty good on it. There were lots of windows, lots of new colors. The colors here aren't bad. They're colors I would use. The problem is 100% the price point at $400. I like the snow effects. They look pretty decent. But yeah, it's just the cost is crazy. It is a substantial set in terms of, size, lengthwise.
Well, here's the thing. When you're
it's not
comparing
very
this,
deep,
this collector's edition compared to the Diagon Alley set, the Diagon Alley set had an entire 16 by 32 building on top of what this is here. Because there was four 16 by 32 builds in that. So, the value of what we're getting here is not comparable to what we got with Diagon Alley. And then they did a follow-up with Gringotts Bank, which was a 32 by 32 by itself with a really stupid but relevant base structure under it
underground
for
thing,
for the vaults.
It still was a cool idea, something new.
It was, and
it
was innovative. It was different.
Base and put it with the Diagon Alley stuff, so that was kind of cool.
Very true.
I think they did the right type of stuff with that, even if it was a little unusual to see it as one piece.
Yes.
Yeah, like the box art on that, when you see all the stuff underneath it, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Nick and Bricks says, so the same price as Diagon Alley. Crazy. He also wonders if they'll ever do a Nocturne Alley. Who knows?
I think this is actually higher
Nocturnally
than what Diagon Alley was by about 30 or 40 bucks, I think. Price difference between the two. But then again, Diagon Alley was 4 years ago.
Okay. And now they're doing all those micro scale ones too. It's like they're doing the regular and the micro scale of everything.
Yeah.
And I don't mind the micro scale ones. I'm not necessarily a no figgy, no buy if I like the parts and the price is okay. I think I did get the Harry Potter Castle. I think it was on clearance or sale. It's not the castle, the Hogwarts grounds one or whatever, the full castle.
Yeah, the full castle. Yep.
So it was cool. I never built it, but I'm holding it for parts. Maybe I'll resell that one if I don't need a bunch of tan.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Someday. It looks like in this picture we're getting ready to play Yahtzee when we get done with Hogsmeade. This we got a lamp in the background. I think you already found that one.
Yeah, I did.
So we'll have to take a look at that here in a minute. We've got a rusty key. That's of course what we're keeping on our table. I guess it's not rusty. It's what's the word? Patinaed.
Patinaed and vintage. Yes.
We got a patina vintaged key on here. Looks like the figures are standing on top of a half sanded wood block. Because where else would you put them? Again, we have the ashtrays everywhere. Big into that. Let's see here. All right, here's a good look at the double building, I guess. Is that what this one is? No, this is
Zonko's, the Outpost,
Zonko's, and then the other one, yeah. Whatever that building is.
Yeah.
Looks like
I'm having problems thinking of the names right now, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the story, the second floor is where Dumbledore's army was founded and created for the storyline, and that's for some reason I can't think of the place where it's at, but yeah. and the tile that he's holding is actually a printed tile that has all of the names on it for who
Dumbledore
signed
Army.
up for Dumbledore's army. Yeah, so there are
Alright.
some printed tiles in it, not many.
Oh gosh, what the hell is this? All right, Lego, you're off the deep end again. Let's see here. We've got back to wish you guys well. The MSTAA Acorn. All right, thank you. We're glad that you're here. We had those keys in our Chicago house, but they were functional on the inside doors of the house. So you kind of had like a super skeleton key that actually kind of looked like that patinaed one. Looks like Mark's running a few errands, but he will be here at about 9 to play our game.
Awesome.
So we're excited for that. So this lifestyle shot, okay. The key now is hung up just in the middle of nowhere, just on the wall. That is the part that triggers me the most here. I don't even mind these goofy pine cones that are here next to this plant that they're clearly not taking care of. The key on the wall is what's driving me bonkers. And it's not even straight. Like, what is that? Why are they doing this to me? That is triggering my OCD so bad. I don't know.
Let's just start all the way across in the left top corner with the stamp. We've seen that stamp before.
So you can use some vintage action to stamp your library cards or something. I have no idea.
Yeah. And we have Amy 2 books.
3 books. 2.
Well, no, but one spine is actually showing.
Yeah, 2 spine in, 1 spine out. We have an old vintage clock. Who knows if it's the right time? And then I have no idea what this thing is here on the end of the red shelf. I cannot tell. It looks like the ghost of a candle. I don't know. But it's something. I don't know.
It looks like it's a cat or a raccoon that's still wrapped in saran wrap from the move.
Could be. I also hate this bright red against the dark reddish brown in the background. It just looks terrible. We have over here an hourglass. I don't know why, but it's been turned because you can see not all of the sand is out of it. Algoff does suggest that old keys are decorative. Yeah, is this how you decorate your wall with them? You just put them at an angle just in the middle of the wall. Call it a day. Got some more books again. Spine's out. So I don't know. Maybe they're turning over a new leaf here. We got some more old vintage nonsense on these shelves. We have a scroll down here. Why do we have a scroll? I don't know. Maybe this person's a wizard. Don't know. We've also got a vintagey looking candlestick here. I have no idea. I'm assuming this is also a candle right below it. Couldn't tell you. And then here's the lamp.
Yeah.
I think Brick Dad found this lamp for me. He says it is the metal table lamp black. Home all H&M H&MS. It's from H&M. So you can get this bad boy at H&M. Let's see. What is this lamp going to cost me? Stop it, H&M. Stop it.
Are they scrolling? It's $80, I believe.
All right. Yes, $90, $89.99. It kept trying to offer me coupons and to bind my email, so I was fighting it badly to get rid of it. Apparently, nobody wants this Harry Potter set because everyone's signing off tonight. All right, we've got another art print. Looks like a Jackson Pollock up here. I don't know. It's just splashed with acrylic paint. And then we do have the new Hogsmeade next to the Diagon Alley here. So here we have that. I will say, kind of looking at them lined up like this, looks like there's more fine detail in the Hogsmeade ones, but the buildings also look considerably smaller.
That is correct, yes.
So I guess I kind of like the style of the Hogsmeade ones better, but you're probably not getting the same value. So I don't know. It's kind of a tough sell there. Let's see here. My mom's decorations did not look anything like this. The keys were hung in the closet with the coats and car keys. Yeah, I mean, if the key's functional, that's not where you put it. But I don't know. I have 6 miniature antique cigarette lighters lined up over my entry door, so I guess I'm a little weird. Okay, well, a little weird maybe, but do you have any scrolls at your house?
Al's a unique one because all of his Lego pirate furniture is actual furniture that he has in his living room, and they're functional furniture. So,
Yeah.
And Al, we do not think weird of you whatsoever.
Yeah, this person, I'm not sure if they're a wizard or a detective, but we've got a pine sprue here stuck in this vase. And then we've got the hourglass again, which again has been turned over. It is running. So that's important. And a magnifying glass next to it. And then this creepy rocking boat stamp thing with some old parchment paper under it. I have no idea who this person is. All I know is they spent $90 on their lamp and $400 on this overpriced set.
Yeah.
So here it is. I don't know. Rick Dad's bank called and told him not to buy it.
Yeah.
I would agree with that until it hits discount. So you said at $350 maybe you would start looking at it?
I would consider it at $350 because then it would
Okay.
be closer to what the original price of Diagon Alley was, even though it's less pieces.
Okay.
So
let's take a look at this here. Do they still have Diagon up? They still have Gringotts. That was $430.
yeah.
Gringotts, of course, has this substantial build underneath it. It was 4,800 pieces.
1,500 pieces more?
1,500 pieces more for 30 more bucks. It's also got 13 minifigures instead of 12, and the dragon. It also has this, interesting idea to it that really you don't get with the Hogsmeade one.
The vertical aspect of that entire build is crazy to have that entire bank sitting on top of that pedestal.
Yeah.
And it all be brick built. So that was actually a pretty cool competition all the way around. So
we've also got here's
the micro.
The Diagon
Alley.
Micro. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. Ollivanders and Madame Malkin's robes.
Yeah.
A lot of words there. Let's see. Even if it's retired or out of stock, I wanted to see if they had Diagon on here. They might not anymore. All right, let's just try the old-fashioned way. Search for it. Okay, they do have it on here. $450 was the original Diagon, but it was 5,544 pieces. So definitely outpaced Hogsmeade in that respect.
An entire building, modular building.
Yeah, 2,300 more pieces for 50 more bucks. Price to parts actually in the positive on this on the 10 cent over the 10-cent side. Lots of figures. And of course, these are the figures you'd expect or want to see. You got
resale market right now.
Everybody.
Looking at this and bricks and minifigs, you're finding them anywhere from $320 to $380.
Okay.
For the Diagon Alley. So
okay. With all the figs and everything?
Yeah, with figs complete.
Okay.
No box, just instructions and assembled. But yeah, so yeah, you're finding this for $350-ish average.
Okay. So $70 off. So yeah, if you have a bricks and minifigs, maybe find the people who are regretful of getting Hogsmeade and pick it up for half off.
A lot of the people that I've talked to that have sold it or got rid of it was because of how large it was and the displayability of it. Okay. So it wasn't necessarily that they weren't happy with it or anything like that. They loved it. They enjoyed it. It was just too big to display when they wanted other sets. So.
All right. And here's the micro scale one. It's 2,750 pieces, no figgies, of course, except the micro scale ones of all of Diagon Alley. So I don't know that we looked at this one particularly closely, Mark and I. But this is crazy. We got a bookshelf with all the books facing outward on it. Just pure insanity there. So I think, what we're seeing overall is that the price to part is pretty abysmal on this one. 2021 had two of the shops here. I don't know that either of these are, desperately far below the new one. They're definitely less substantial, but doesn't mean you couldn't, modify these or build them out like Brick Dad did, or like Joe Ellen would.
Yeah.
To turn them into something nice. Yeah, chonkify these guys. I believe this set was about $80 and it's 823 pieces. So the price to part was pretty good on this. And it has six figures plus one of the golden ones. So that's pretty fun. Yeah. Mark's got power back, but now his internet's not back yet. He's probably got to reset that. Hopefully the internet didn't get torn out of the wall too.
What is that set number there? That one right there?
The Hogsmeade one is 76388. 76388. So yeah, cool little set. All right, well, let's see here. It's all up in the air now whether we're...
When it retired, is it retired? Yeah, it's retired now.
2021, I think.
Last market price on it was a 20% discount through Lego when that one would retire. So they marked it down 20% when that one went off. So I wouldn't not expect this one to be discounted or marked down so that they can actually get rid of it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Nick and Brick says, I bought the Hogwarts set with a giant snake from Walgreens. I don't think Walgreens usually has the greatest prices, so hopefully you got a discount on it. I know that I've been in there and they sell like the CMFs for $7 a piece. So I'm like, ugh, that is quite the markup. But they do what they do on these. It was on sale, he confirms. Yeah, I hope it was a good sale.
Yeah, I was just at Barnes and Noble today, this morning, and they had several sets at 30% off, just clearing, making room for on shelves and stuff like that. And over the next month and a half, 2 months of them clearing shelves and making room and trying to get stuff out before the holiday season and all of the brand new sets that are still coming, definitely look for the sale prices and stuff on stuff right now.
Yeah. Well, Mark says he doesn't have internet, but in Mark's honor, before we hit our next segment, we are going to play Mark's song because, hey, we might as well take bio breaks ourselves, and we'll see if Mark gets his internet working. If he doesn't, we'll move on to the next segment without him. It's not going to be quite the same because there are several parts of Hogwash that directly involve Mark, but that's okay. So
Mark, if you're watching, go pee for us.
Happens. Yeah, here we go.
A wise man once said about Mark, you think he drinks water like a great white shark. About every 60 minutes, he's gotta go. Nature calls too, sometimes 3 times a show. Hold the stream, he'll shout and dash. The show is live, but he's off like a flash. Instead of telling him you hold the stream, Ben provides cover, the perfect team.
Yeah.
But let's get into some of the news. Do you need the bathroom break before we go?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the bathroom break now. And then 40 minutes later, I have to take another bathroom break. Like, hey, I made it 2 hours. Now it's like, well, now you're making up for lost time. So I'm going to go. Nope, here's the right one. And I'm going to use the bathroom.
Of course you are.
You're going to go. Why don't you start with those? Because unfortunately, I have to use the bathroom again already.
Cool, go do it.
What's it called? What's BPH?
BPH.
It plays a tune 2 minutes long while the Tainted sing along. Keeps the show rolling smooth, no rush. Mark mutes his mic so you can't hear the flush.
Mark is muted, so let me unmute him.
The reason I mute myself before I go is because I like to keep listening to what's going on, but I don't want everyone to hear me pee.
Yeah, I
It's been
managed
60 minutes since I last went, so I'll mute it and I'll be listening.
Fair enough. Yeah,
You'll be listening to me.
Hey, Mark's gotta go. No interrupting the strange flow. He'll be quick, won't take too long. He'll be done by the end of this song. Hey, Mark's gotta go. Mark's gotta go. Hey, Mark's gotta go.
All right.
That
Dropping
end
like
image, the end image there gets me every time. Just the
every time. We got everybody's dropping like flies. Say no one wants Ben blabbering on the stream today, but that's okay. We'll keep going. This will be fun because our next segment we're calling Hogwash. So Mark and I talked about what we wanted to do this week. We always like to have a little bit of silliness, a little bit of nonsense. And so we knew our letter was H. We knew that we had Hogsmeade in the chamber. And so because of that, we came up with a segment that we decided to call Hogwash. And so we said, okay, what are we doing for Hogwash? We had the name before, we had the concept because that's how we roll. And basically we just said, well, we'll surprise each other with what Hogwash is to us. And so those of you who aren't from the US or aren't familiar with this good old country slogan, Hogwash basically means the same thing as balderdash or nonsense. So Hogwash is what you would tell somebody when they tell you how large the fish they caught in the river was. It was a monster fish 16 feet long. Hogwash. No, it wasn't. So here's our little logo for Hogwash. Nice. And so what I decided to do is tell some stories, 15 of them, in fact, that involve myself and Lego in some way. And I want you and the Tainted, for that matter, to tell me whether or not my story, which is very short, it's only a couple sentences, is true or if it's hogwash. So okay. Here's the first one. Nasty Nemesis. You'll see a theme with my titles. In the early days of Eurobricks, Guilds of Historica, Ben had a Lego nemesis named Captain Greenhair. And you'll see I have pictures for all of these. They may or may not be real pictures. I don't know. But you can see this guy looks like he has green hair. So what do you think? Did I have a
I'm trying to remember if this hairpiece did come in green. I think it did. I can't remember. I'm looking. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I seem like the type who'd have a Lego beef?
Based on your trolling ability, I would say yes. Okay. But at the same time, this is early days of Eurobrick, and with your self-admission of being an introvert, seeing you as having a nemesis that early in the days, this is really a hard one. Knowing you now,
you could see it now.
I'm gonna have to say this is hogwash. I don't believe it.
Hogwash, he says. You are correct. This is hogwash. I did have a nemesis, but his name was not Captain Greenhair. Captain Greenhair, in fact, is a lovely person. If you ever go onto the Eurobricks site, Elgoff says he thought it was true for sure. He said no hogwash here. And you look up on the Pirates forum, Captain Greenhair. He did a lot of work building various ships, and he kind of had a standard that he developed for building frigates, just sort of the main warship that a lot of us would build. And so he was a very good builder, very influential. Never had a single problem with him. But there was another guy. Yes,
Okay.
there was another gentleman who has since been banned from Eurobricks. I won't say his name, but it was Captain something.
Okay.
Who was my nemesis. He in fact showed up to Brickworld. I don't know if he was stalking me or what. In 2012, the first year I was there, he was always getting in trouble, always throwing tantrums. And in fact, he ended up having some problem with his login. I don't remember what it was. But he sent me a private message and asked me to contact our site administrator. And one of our site admins at the time was Mark Larson, to ask him for some help. And that was like one of the first times Mark and I actually had an interaction, because I forwarded this guy's issue to Mark. And then he went back and looked at my builds as part of this, why are these guys coming to me thing. And ended up, that's how we first became acquainted with each other, was because of my nemesis.
Now,
Smoky
here's the
Smoke
question
says,
for you.
Captain Underpants, is that you?
With this being specifically designed with the fact that Mark was planning on being here,
Yeah.
what do you think Mark's answer would have been to this? Would he have been able to call this out directly, or?
I don't know if he would have remembered the person. I'm not even sure he would have remembered that what transpired after this. So one of the other things that happened on Eurobricks is that you could become something called a fellow. It was like its own kind of secret club. Don't want to give away too much, stuff here.
Well, see, Mark, this is new to me too, because I've just recently
you've just
been
recently
invited.
Joined. Yep.
So this is new information to me. So I'm enjoying this. Thank you.
Yeah. So you could be a fellow, which was sort of kind of the old hat builders who sort of knew each other and were like sort of either met in real life or, you sort of knew that the person was cool. But because of my interaction with my nemesis and reporting this guy to Mark, and then Mark sort of meeting me, I eventually became a fellow. I think Mark may have nominated me, as a matter of fact, because of my problems with my nemesis. He eventually got banned from the site. He was a giant pain in the ass. I will just say that. But it wasn't Captain Greenhair. Very nice person. All right, here we go. Addicted. Ben has several Lego storage spaces, or closets of shame, but he does not have any Lego in his attic.
I know for a fact this is going to be
Hogwash.
I know for a fact that you store stuff in your attic, and I'm going to say for sure that I'm positive that you have at least one box up there that has Lego in it that you may not be aware of. So
that I may not be aware of.
Z spouse.
There's Z spouse. So interestingly, we have two attic spaces, one in our upstairs, and then we have one above our garage. There's nothing in the one upstairs, but above the garage, we do store stuff up there. However, I do not think you'll find a single Lego brick up there.
Really?
I do, however, think you would find some old Lego boxes up there. In fact, quite a few. So I don't know if this is true or not, but there's no Lego bricks in my attic.
Okay, I will give you this one as not hogwash, only on the fact that it is boxes and not brick. But even with the boxes, if you're saving the boxes to put the brick back in it, that would be Lego associated as product.
Most of them I should just throw out. They're old boxes. Let's see here. We got some chat going about, just some Lego memory. You guys can keep that up. Maybe Brick Dad and I will get to that in a little bit here. Here's my next question. Is this true or is this hogwash? Ben once traded the sales of the Caribbean Clipper and some figures for a Crossbone Clippers set. And here's the picture of the Crossbone Clipper. So this is a Clipper swap here. Did I trade the sales and some figures for this piece of junk set from 1997? Let me tell you some things about this set that I hate. First of all, the hull is black and green.
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah.
The hull is also tiny.
Yeah.
This
and there is no midsection in black and green to go with it.
There's
so
no
it's total
black
waste.
midsection. It's just this. This is all there is. Maybe they did come out with a black midsection like when the Black Pearl came out, but if they did, it probably would have been 16 wide, and these were only 12 wide. So they were too small.
It is a 16 wide.
It's 16. Okay, so there's no midsection for this one. General Tron's Brick says, "OMG, I have that set." Yeah, and then it doesn't have like a regular. Everything before that had a real bowsprit. This one does not. It's just has this terrible thing. They always had these lanterns on the back. So
I want to say Hogwash, but I know you well enough now that I hate to say that I think you actually have this set, and I think you would have traded partial pieces from a set to get that set. So I'm going to have to say it's
piece
true.
Of garbage.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
You've bought worse. It's
not a ship that his English, French, or Spanish Navy would commission for the pirates to steal. It was my first cousin's until he retired, and then he gave it to General Trons. This story is true. I did trade my Caribbean Clipper sails, which were not in great condition, as well as some blue coats to get this terrible set.
And some blue coats, really? Okay.
Yeah, I was and still am always going to be a red coat guy, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I just like them better. I think they look better. Their design.
The red pop, yeah.
Yeah, I like the red with the blue epaulets. I don't know. For some reason, I just like them better. But this set is a total stinker. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, it is.
I hate everything about it. But my sails weren't in great condition, and I wasn't going to play at the blue coats anyway. So yeah, whatever.
This is a Jack Sparrow special right here. This is the one that he sunk coming up to the pier.
Yeah, this thing's a dinghy for sure. Did have a total of one cannon though. Probably would have knocked the whole boat over if you shot it. True. Got to get the wave. Got to get the whole wave, says Smoky Smokes. It came out the same time as the Spanish Armada ships. Yeah, and this is to me when pirates decided to die. At least the true stuff, because the ships in that whole range had the big thing was they had masts that tipped over. So because of that, they didn't have the rigging anymore, and none of them had sails in the front, since those had been held up before with the rigging with the string. So they kind of just got rid of everything and for the play feature of being able to knock the mast over. The other part, because they had that trapezoidal shaped rigging before this, which was a very cool piece. They had to connect those in weird ways so the mast could still tip without getting snagged on that. So they just did all this ridiculous and stupid ways to get the things built, and they just ticked me off beyond all belief. Troll Teacher. This one I almost feel like I've got to save for Mark. But Ben may seem like the OG troll, but he actually learned trolling skills from Mark's Eurobricks alter ego, Chillax Darth Frodo. I'm going to leave this one for Mark, because I don't know if he will tell us who Chillax Darth Frodo truly is.
We'll hold this one. Okay, so
yes,
Tainted.
We're going to have to hold this one and find out.
Take a look at this. Remember this one. We will circle back to this one with Mark.
Yes.
To get his input on this. So
all right, here's an important one. This one's titled Early Arrival. Ben was glad his daughter was born 15 days early, so her birthday wouldn't conflict with Brickworld Milwaukee. Now, some of you may know my son Miles was born on the first day of Brickworld 2013. So I have a history of having issues with my kids' birthdays being at Brickworld times. And I will tell you, my daughter was born early, but I won't give you more details than that. So, am I glad that she was born 15 days early, so her birthday won't conflict or wouldn't conflict with Brickworld Milwaukee, which no longer exists, unfortunately.
Currently.
Yeah, let's get that back.
I'm gonna have to call hogwash on this one. The 15 days is a very specific timeline, and with the statement you just made about not confirming the 15 days, it makes me question how truthful.
I will tell you, she was 15 days early.
Okay, she was 15 days early. I'm still going to say hogwash, because I don't believe your luck is that good. So
yeah.
What says? Okay, Al's already chimed in and said hogwash. What about the Tainted? Is anybody else?
Yeah. Let's see.
Who's got my back here and calling this hogwash?
Yeah. General Sean says, I got the Spanish Armada ship. I did too. And I think, annoyingly, did they call that ship the Imperial flagship? Which was also what the Redcoats version was called, which was also what they called the supersized version. Maybe they called it something else. They didn't call it it may have been the Armada flagship, now that I think about it. They never said they were Armada Spanish specifically.
Yeah.
So let's see here. But I know that drove me crazy. I was like, why are they putting flagship in every single one of these now? Can't they come up with a cool name for something?
Real quick, I got to show you this one that I just picked up today. It's a little dusty. It is a second hand, but for those that are into ships, some may recognize this one.
Oh yes, it's the Lord of the Rings Shebeck.
It is.
Called that thing, but
this is a unique one that I wanted to make sure I had and picked up. So slid into this one. Actually, already paid for it and had it. I just had to pick it up. But so yeah, the unique sails, very primitive Jabba the Hutt sail barge. So
yeah, not quite the same shape as that, but definitely a cool thing. And yeah, the name of the Spanish ship was indeed the Armada flagship.
Armada flagship. Okay.
Yeah, and you can't call it the Spanish flagship because
we don't have nationality.
Said they were conquistadors, but
even though the figures and the helmets and all of that were.
Yeah. So here's that set, and here it was blue and white, had this giant seal printed on it, which I guess wasn't totally stupid because there you go, you have it right there. Because the Imperial flagship did the same thing. They had a big cannon crossed crown logo printed on their sails. And the pirates had skulls printed on theirs. So, whatever. They also show you that they have this rigging feature here where you can pull on the strings to make the sail curl up. But again, no sail in the front, which was quite unusual. And this one came out as well as still, I'm gonna have to find this ridiculous set. I think it's called the Redbeard Runner.
Now, the funny thing with this one is the rear sail was set to be able to be used as a front sail. So yeah, it's just.
Where are you, Redbeard Runner, you piece of garbage? Here it is.
Yeah.
And then they reissued it. I don't know why, but here's this ridiculous play feature. So you can see here, the rigging is up in the middle of the air. It's not attached to the ship, and that's because you could pull out a pin, and the sail would come flipping over the side,
simulating a cannon attack that knocked the mast down.
Apparently, and then in the back of the ship was a giant skull face. There was you could push down on the tongue or something and it would eject the captain off the back of the boat. So Nick Brick says, I have that Redbeard Runner. Well, hopefully you also agree that stuff just totally took you out of it. Again, no sail on the front. They just were like, nope, we don't need those anymore.
Yeah.
That ship ain't a man of war. So yeah, there's that one. The Spanish ship also has that feature. Does it? Didn't look like it. Looked like it was actually connected. Maybe the ejection feature if you push on something. I don't know. But yeah, this thing had that ridiculous tip the front mast over thing going for it. The hull on it was red, which I guess was, not the best, but not as annoying as the black and green one was.
The rear mast does have a tip feature.
Okay, the rear mast does. All right.
Yes.
So not the front mast, at least, not the one that has all
the stern
the
mast.
rigging on it.
Yes.
Yeah. So at least it's not the rigging one, but
it has the cannon attack.
Yeah.
Mast.
Looks stupid. That's all Al has to say about that. Yeah, the rear one tips. Yeah. Yep, we got that. All right. So back to my daughter's birthday. So she was born early, 15 days.
Okay.
But
I'm still calling this hogwash.
Yes, it is hogwash because the real thing here is if she had been born on her actual due date, she would have been a leap day baby.
Oh, okay.
So she was born 15 days early and she ended up being a Valentine's baby. So she does have a special birthday and she was early, but it has nothing to do with Brickworld Milwaukee, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, I don't know. Okay, next one. Absent Amazon. Ben ordered a set for delivery to his sister's house, but the set did not arrive the day it was supposed to, so Ben left before it arrived and had to cancel the order. Now, my sister lives in a town that's about 5 hours away, so we were up there for the weekend when I ordered this set. And we'll leave it there and see, because we'll talk about what I ordered and what happened.
Okay.
Amy Schultz says, nope. Nope what? Nope, it's hogwash, or nope, this happened, or nope. I don't know what the nope is.
Now, I want to say this is hogwash. And the reason I want to say this is hogwash, because I believe that you would do something like this for 100%, but I don't believe that the package didn't make it in time. I'm going to assume or something that maybe the package got there the day you were supposed to leave, or like just before you were supposed to leave. So the purpose of getting it didn't matter, but you did get it in time.
Amy says, hogwash, your sister would just mail it to you. Oh, I'm sure she would. My sister's nice. It's probably true. So I was at my sister's house, and I brought with me, Al says this is true, I brought with me my first ever fun hole build. So you'll notice in here, I didn't say this was a Lego set.
Okay. That's true. You didn't.
Yeah, it was the blacksmith fun hole set.
Okay.
And Mark and everybody else be like, fun hole, Ben, just shut up about fun hole, but I can talk to you about this. And so I built it and I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun to work with the lights. My sister collects some Lego, but not a lot. She mostly gets the modulars and then a few things that she thinks are, irresistibly cute here and there.
Yeah.
So we were going to have some downtime. So I went to see what other fun hole sets were there. And in fact, at the time, they were having a sale where stuff was 40% off. So I ordered another fun hole set. Amazon Prime delivery said it would be next day delivery where I was. And so I said, great, send it to me. The set arrived in the town. It's a major city, Fargo, North Dakota. The day it was supposed to be there. And they just simply didn't deliver it. No reason. They just didn't. And my sister told me that this is a problem in Fargo, North Dakota with Amazon, that they just don't deliver it when they say they're supposed to. I'm like, I'm a Prime member. It's in the city. Like, it's literally here, but they just couldn't bring it out, apparently.
We'll get it tomorrow. We'll get it the next day. Yeah,
we'll get it to you when we get it to you. But I was leaving.
It made it here. It made it here. So
yeah, delivery. Delivery.
Yeah.
So I did have to cancel it, even though it was physically in the city that I was in too, because they
Wow,
were just
okay.
too lazy to bring it to me. And I waited like all day, like, when's my Funhole set gonna be here? I want to show my sister how fun these things can be. And then Amazon didn't even bring it. And I was very depressed. And my sister basically gave me the told you so. Amazon doesn't deliver on time around here.
So
Like,
so
it's
we'll call that
ridiculous.
that's a new thing that we're gonna call the Fargoed. Did you get
I got
Fargoed?
Fargoed. I got Fargoed. And I'm like, with the exception of one time I ordered some 3D printer filament and then there was storms in my area, so a bunch of trees blew over. When Amazon says they're going to deliver it, they do. And if it is going to be delayed, it's not in my city. It's not like someone's just too lazy to drive it to my house.
Yeah.
There's some other problem, some rock slide happened in Tennessee that the, truck was supposed to drive through or whatever, or they were out of stock. So
yeah, the truck was in the landslide when it happened, and they salvaged the package and all the stuff in it. So it's just taking an extra day. But yeah, they
still managed to deliver it through a rock slide and a mudslide. But in Fargo, they're just like, whatever,
And they couldn't even claim snow because I'm sure it probably wasn't even snowing or anything. The weather was at least decent.
It was fall, I think. There was no snow. I mean, it does snow early in Fargo, but there was no snow. Yeah. And I'll tell you this, spring in Fargo, beautiful. Winter in Fargo, horrible. Summer in Fargo, also not great. But the biggest problem in the winter is that it's so flat up there that the wind just comes howling through and it is unbelievably cold all the time.
Okay.
Even for someone in Minnesota, it's too cold for me.
The last 2 days, the weather that's come through has played havoc on some of the trees and stuff in our neighborhoods and stuff over here. And with the corn and harvest and stuff, we've got a lot of crops that have been blown down, creating havoc in that regards too, which I'm sure you deal with up there as well. So
and I'll say this, Amy, though my sister definitely would have just mailed it to me, it was easier to cancel it and reorder it for delivery next day in the Twin Cities, where my Amazon actually delivers stuff when they're supposed to. So, what do you know? They brought it to me the next day, just like I wanted. So don't tell me Amazon is coming tomorrow if I live in Fargo. Because even if it makes it to Fargo, it ain't making it to my house. Okay, Baby Baffler. Ooh, I wish I had Mark here for this one, but we can talk about this anyway.
Okay.
So here's this story again. My son was born on the first day of Brickworld 2013. That is absolutely true.
Yep.
The first Lego person Ben texted was Mark Larson, but Mark never texted back that day and made Ben sad! ! You fooled me. I don't know if I fooled you, Amy, on that last one. Just was what it was. So is this a true story or is this hogwash?
I'm going to say this is a true story and that Mark still feels bad about it.
Interesting. Wonder what the rest of the Tainted thinks. So you already know Tainted.
Hold on.
Parts of the story are definitely true. My son was born on the first day of Brickworld 2013, and I did text Mark Larson. The real part that is at issue is, did he never text me back and make me sad?
2013. When did you join Eurobricks? When?
Years before that. I think I joined in
2011 or 2007.
No, 2012 was the first time we met in person.
Okay.
But we I joined Eurobricks in 2005.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say. Al Goff says hogwash. He believes that Mark is such a nice person that this would never happen.
Oh no, I'm going to tell you right now, Mark gets lost in text sometimes. So that is very likely that it was Mark getting lost in a text. Mm-hmm. But the question here is the first two words in that second sentence says the first Lego person. See, that gives me facts that I'm pretty sure Mark would be the first Lego person, knowing their rapport.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Alphonse says, true, as Mark is just all over the place at Brickworld. Should have texted his assistant. This was before Mark owned Brickworld. So he was just an attendee.
Well, yeah, but Mark is still all over the place sometimes. So
okay. That's fair. But,
as the owner, yeah.
Yeah.
And just so you know, Mark, if you're listening right now, we still love you no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Didn't say Mark was nice, LOL. You're right, you didn't.
The first Lego person Ben texted was Mark Larson, but Mark never texted back. That day, and that made Ben sad. This is true.
This is true. And what there is, I want Mark here to defend himself. However, I think he would have a pretty good defense. Because the reason I texted Mark first was because, among other things, because we were in this Eurobricks fellowship thing, he had his phone number listed in that page so I could reach him. And so I sent a text to him, said, hey, this has been, blah, 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 Z servers, blah, blah, blah. I transposed two of the numbers. So I didn't actually text Mark Larson. And whoever I did text had no idea or no care at all that I had a baby on the first day of Brickworld. Okay. So Mark never texted me back, probably because he never got the text in the first place. A couple days later, I figured out that I flipped the two numbers and I texted him and he responded right away and was very happy for me. So that was on me.
So had you texted any other Lego people between
I did text one other Lego person in between, yes.
So this is a gray area of hogwash, not hogwash, because unfortunately you did transpose the number, so you didn't officially text Mark.
I did text who I thought was Mark Larson. This person never texted back, but it wasn't Mark Larson. And that made me sad. That's all that stuff is true.
Okay.
The only part that's, lets Mark off the hook is apparently it wasn't actually Mark's number. So, I don't know. My bad.
So Mark changed his number within 3 days to make sure that he had a cover story for
That could have been. It's odd that he managed to, flip the two numbers in the middle, just like I did. And that number was still available to him. I don't know. Okay. Coaster Conundrum.
Okay.
Ben has used Roller Coaster Track in several space builds. However, he has never actually purchased a roller coaster set.
Oh, that's true.
Is this
I'm
true
pretty sure this is true.
That's cheating. I assume that Al, this was on the last one. I think the big thing is if Mark was here, he probably would have been very belligerent about the idea that he didn't text me back. But he didn't. At least not the Mark Larson I sent the message to. It wasn't his
fault. And Mark would defend himself saying, that's like, who got banned and why did they get banned? What's the we part of it? And that's Mark. Mark would definitely defend himself. And Mark, if you're listening, I've got your back. It wasn't his fault. So, it's now if I can understand in the excitement of having a new child, transposing some numbers accidentally, and then wanting to hold someone else accountable for their negligence of not texting back, their excitement as well. So I
should have banned him. We've banned for less.
You have banned for less, yeah. Wait, is that the real reason Mark's not here tonight?
Is I banned him? Could be. This segment brought up those hard feelings that I still hold. Okay, so back to this question. I put the loop coaster up here just because I know this is one of the roller coaster sets, but there are a number of roller coaster sets.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of smaller sets that I could definitely see you buying just for the coaster parts and the track itself. But
Velco Rich says, I only text strangers back if they text me multiple different days. Interestingly, the last wrong text was a newborn picture. Velco Rich, was it from 2013? Because you might have a very similar number to Mark Larson.
That would be funny.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, I wanted to go back and see my very first text from Mark in my email in my text chain here. But it is such a long chain that it would take me 5 days just to get to the top of the chain. So
to scroll all the way back through, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
No, it was this year. I scroll back like 17 pages and I'm still in like, it's like June.
This year.
I'm like, yeah, man.
yeah, right. Only June.
Yeah,
That's
I'm like,
funny.
okay, well, we're still in 2025, so.
Okay, I want to say this is
Boss
hogwash,
says
but
it's true.
I know you would buy some of the smaller coaster parts, coaster sets, just to get some track out of it if the track was the right color. And I
Yeah.
know they've had a space
lot of
coaster track,
colors.
and
Mhm.
yeah, and you had coaster track in last year's computer build. Is that correct?
I don't know if that one did, but I've had some spaceships that have definitely had it in there.
Okay.
I have used it extensively in builds.
Okay. General Tron is saying hogwash. I'm going to say true. As much as I want to say it's hogwash, just because this sounds to you, and I want to say it's hogwash because this sounds too true to be true, but
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's true.
Yeah. Let's see. I also like yellow and blue. Well, this is
Almost
I
as
just
much
happened
as
to
Mark
take-
likes gold.
Yeah. I happen to just take this picture of the loop coaster as an example, but I own 2 roller coaster sets. So it is hogwash. And the 2 that I own, one is the loop coaster. I am holding this one because it was on sale at Lego. And I'm like, that is going to have crazy resale price someday. So
Yeah.
I've left it in box.
Okay.
And the other one I have is this one. And maybe everybody can appreciate this one here. I got to unshare and then share. Here we go. This one.
Yeah.
Ye old pirate coaster.
Oh yeah. No,
So I have this one with the cute little shark car. But of course I wanted this for the
those were the light bluish gray
nostalgia,
tracks.
the Imperial stuff. This is light bluish gray. They don't have a ton of straight track in here, which is actually what I use the most. But I use the straight track and I use the curve track. I don't use the up and down track so much.
Okay.
But yeah, so I do own 2 coaster sets. There's some sets that have coaster parts in them that I don't consider coaster sets. But those are the only 2. They've
Well,
had
yeah, if it's
several
not
others that
an
I've been
actual
like,
coaster set, I can see that. It's not a coaster, it's coaster parts. So that's okay.
Yeah.
But
Goff says I
I
have
would have
3 of the
swore.
pirate coaster.
Nice.
Makes sense to me.
See, yeah, I would have swore that there were some smaller coasters, maybe a Friends coaster that you would have purchased just for the coaster parts at a decent price of, hey, that's on sale. I'll definitely get that one. So
Yeah, I've definitely purchased some coaster pieces on Bricklink because I definitely have more coaster pieces than I have coasters, since I only have 2 and one's still in box.
yeah.
This is the only one I've consciously bought. Outside of that, there have been a couple other ones that they've come out with that are cute, but a lot of them have had weird colored track. I'm just like, I'm not like a big roller coaster Lego guy. I love roller coasters in real life.
Yeah, very true.
A lot of people like the coaster sets were like their white whale, but for me, it never really was. So
Alphonse, that was the loop coaster that Ben bought for the
just
resale.
listening, that was the one Ben bought for the value. Yeah, the resale on the loop coaster, I think it was like $100 off or something. It was a really good price at the time. So yeah, this is the one I have for investment. I keep a couple of sets for investment. Most of the ones I have are for parts, not for resale. So
as we verified earlier, this one is not in the attic.
It's not in the attic. No. All right. Ooh, prom plot. This is a good one. Critical Bricks. That is the Dungeons and Dragons, now Daggerheart show that Jesse and the Friday Night Bricks crew run.
I'm gonna need the Tainted's help on this one.
Yeah, I oftentimes troll that chat for fun. I tell their characters what to do. I usually tell them to cast a spell that doesn't exist to be silly. But every now and then, somebody will reference a horror that's occurred, and I will always say, "Sounds like my prom night." But this question is on Critical Breaks. Ben often references a horror that occurred on his prom night. However, Ben didn't even attend prom. Let's see here. I do listen when peeps talk, says General Tron's Bricks. Elgoff says, I built all 3 in my beach display, which was in 2019 Beyond the Brick for Indie. Alternate candidate says, this one's true. True that I never went to prom, or true that I troll Jesse with that. Jesse gives me eyeballs, ghost eyeballs. So, yeah, he's probably seen this line several times. It's usually Nikki who ends up laughing when I put this.
Jesse, you got to help me out then. Come on, I'm gonna need your help. Is
I
this
don't recall
Hogwash, or is this true?
But I'd say true, says General Tron's Bricks. Yeah, keep in mind. Well, I guess we can all of the above, says alternate candidate. So he believes this is true, and he recalls that I do sometimes troll them with this thing.
I do believe that Ben trolled them with this. The part that I'm not too sure about is the attending prom. Well, I think you did. There's a possibility you didn't, which would invalidate this and not make it true. So,
yeah, imagine introverts having to ask girls to prom. Ugh, it's terrible stuff.
Well, see, and that's the catch where I think if you did go to the prom, I think it was because someone else asked you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty confident, knowing you and the type of guy you are, that somebody did ask you to prom. So I'm going to say hogwash. I think part of this is not correct.
Ooh, Z's spouse says, I know.
Well, thanks for the help now.
Mm-hmm. So hogwash, we get a hogwash. Jonathan's Bricks just says, LOL, you would? I would what? I don't know. Z's spouse would know, I suppose, yes. Well, Z's spouse didn't know me back then. I didn't meet Z's spouse until college. But Z's spouse would tell you that I did attend prom. I actually attended prom twice in the same year because I went with a girl who wasn't from my school. I did not go my senior year after being scarred my junior year. And
that's a story in itself, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to get into the entire story, but I went with a girl who was an ex-girlfriend. I asked her to go with me because she had broken up with her boyfriend, and she was very devastated because she was like on the planning committee for her prom.
Oh boy!
And all this stuff. And we had ended on good terms, but she was from a different school. I mean, that was part of it. So she agreed to go with me, and then like a week before prom, she gets back together with this boyfriend. So I had to attend her prom after mine, of course, while she was there with her boyfriend. It's a school where I didn't know anybody.
Okay.
And so I'm, forced to like introvert already. Now I'm stuck in the corner while my date is off dancing with her boyfriend. I guess the ending of the story is I got a call a few months after prom and heard that my prom date was pregnant. So, doing the math, this happened either on or about prom night. So that may have happened while I was sleeping in the room next to them. I don't know. But I'm not the father, I promise. So, hi, Mark. How are you?
I'd rather not talk.
Okay. All right.
It's good to see you, Mark.
Good to see you guys as well. Let's just keep playing Hogwash.
Let's just keep playing Hogwash. Well, Mark, we
Awesome.
had one that we skipped because I didn't want to give away the answer here. But here's this one. Troll teacher.
This reserved for you.
Mm-hmm. Ben may seem like the OG troll, but he actually learned trolling skills from Mark Larson's Eurobrick's alter ego, Chillax Darth Frodo.
And you know,
Is this true or hogwash?
This is true. This is true, and I think I need to log in as him tonight because, as you know very well, Chillax Darth Frodo was based off a real person that I imitated. I think a month after my dad died, and I think I just dove into Eurobricks as Chillax Darth Frodo and spammed up the entire forum.
You did indeed.
I think that'd be good venting for me today, actually. Maybe the world needs
came out of retirement.
Chillax Darth Frodo. I think so, or should tonight for funsies. You know what is going to happen tonight, though? Probably about midnight. I will probably jump on and do a Brickworld Crossing stream because that's.
Cool. I'll be there.
I don't know that the my internet will hold it because I so what I did, Ben. So power was back on at 9. I was very excited about that, and I have no internet.
Yeah,
and I don't
so
know.
Are you on the Wi-Fi, the hotspot?
I drove to the storage unit to pick up the hotspot.
Dedication.
Yeah, that's me.
All right.
Yeah, that's the guy right there. That's Chillax Darth Frodo. He's hot, dude. Like who doesn't need?
I was going to ask, what level of trolling did you mentor Ben to? Because he's quite good now. So
Chillax was the OG troll.
Chillax was a who knew Mark from Brickworld very well, so who could do anything he wanted. Like, don't tell me to shut up. I know Mark. I met him at Brickworld.
I will say Chillax Darth Frodo was definitely not based on me. So.
Loves trains. TRAYNS. Loves train.
So yeah. We also want.
I was going to ask, can we have a follow up to the other one about Miles?
This one.
Yes.
All right. Ben's son was born on the first day of Brickworld 2013. First Lego person Ben texted was Mark Larson, but Mark never texted back that day and made Ben sad. True or hogwash, Mark? Everybody already knows the answer, but I want to know your answer.
Fuck, I hope it's hogwash.
This is.
I feel like it's not.
This was 100% true, except there's a caveat. There's a caveat.
What's the caveat?
I got your number from the pub, but it was the wrong number. So some other person I texted. 2 days later, I figured out I texted the wrong person. And I texted you, and you did respond.
I was the first person you texted?
First Lego person.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes, because it was Brickworld, you know?
But still, yes.
The first
you were the first
person. Yeah. But thank you for that. I appreciate that very much. You were at my wedding 7 years ago today. One of the few Lego people who was there.
I was.
Happy anniversary, by the way. We weren't sure if it was today or which day.
Today, yes. And they celebrated Mom's birthday on Friday, but then you had no power today, and who knows what else. What other shenanigans happened at your anniversary?
Mom's birthday is also today.
Right.
The shenanigans
you celebrated Friday.
Going back to the house.
Yeah. All right. Let's continue with hogwash.
Slide for it.
Right, here's.
So hey, what was the answer on the prom date?
Hogwash.
This is hogwash. I did go to prom, and there was a horror story. So here we go.
With an ex-girlfriend at that.
Did you say horror?
Horror, yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Maybe the other thing too. Okay, Ben's most popular mock back in the brick shelf days was a castle mock that Ben called the Gatehouse. Look at how cool this mock I built is. look at the beautiful way I captured it too
Yes.
on the carpeted floor in front of the
But Ben hates Castle.
in front of the lazy boy there.
Yeah, this is hard to gauge because you do hate Castle. I want
I
to say
do.
that even when it was Brick Shelf, I'm going to call this Hogwash because I think your first big one that I remember seeing in lots of places was Nora's Noria.
That was much after the brick shelf days.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I thought Brick Shelf lasted longer.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say Hogwash, but only because I don't know what it was called, but Ben didn't call it Gatehouse.
I did call this mock was called the Gatehouse. And I did build this and I did take a picture of this and this was on brick shelf. All that is true.
But
However,
was it the most popular build?
yeah, it was not my most popular build. Yeah. My most
What was
popular
the most
build,
popular
I want you
Brick Shelf?
guys to guess because you would never guess. It was a tank built in the color scheme of Mars Mission.
You wanted us to guess, and then you didn't give us a chance to guess.
Because okay, guess. Go ahead, Mark. Guess.
I was going to guess something spacey.
You're right. It was a tank in the
my
Mars
guess,
Mission.
my guess is a
Nothing's
tree.
going right for me this week. I would not have guessed the Mars Mission.
Yeah.
Mars
Mission Mammoth Tank is what it was called.
Can we see it?
I'm gonna find it. I will find it
Picture
later. I looked to
Picture it
see
to
if it was on. I looked to see if it was on
Liar.
Flickr, and it's not. But this was on Flickr. That's where I got this picture.
Can we still get to
No,
No,
Brick
this-
Shelf?
this is definitely 100% quality lifestyle picture. You know, the
Yeah.
carpet, the chair in the back.
Yeah, I'm
all
pretty
we
sure
needed
this
was
is
a
like
couple books and a ball.
Yeah,
All we need is a
I was
chair.
I was living with a guy at the time. This was after I graduated law school, and before I got engaged. And he would sit in this chair. This was his chair up back here,
It's a
and
lazy
he
boy
would.
chair.
It is a lazy boy, and he would stroke a blankie that he had when he was a kid. That was just like a ratted blankie thing, and he'd sit in that chair chewing tobacco and spitting it into a 20-ounce 20-ounce pop bottle.
What century was this?
This would have been like 2009, 2008.
College days?
So this is after college.
After college? Okay.
Yeah. And I moved out of this apartment and in with Rachel. We got married. So all
I
right.
would say you definitely upgraded to that point.
Yeah. High Seas Hijinks. The first major Lego purchase Ben made was the Skull's Eye Schooner. The set arrived early and Ben's neighbor hid the set in Ben's bed.
This is very specific.
I
Yeah.
know. Lots of parts of this could be hogwash, or it could all be true. We don't know.
Early in Ben's neighbor hid the set in Ben's neighbor had access to Ben's bed.
Scary.
That's scary, but it sounds true enough to be weird. I think it's I think the catch is the first major Lego purchase. For some reason, I want to say there was maybe another Lego major purchase before this, but this one was a significant one.
Also,
We call the blanket his precious.
It might be Hogwash just on grammar because the name of the set was not Skull Eye Schooner; it was Skull's Eye Schooner.
Yeah, I did this on my laptop at the Holy House. But of course, Mark is feeling a little salty today, so I'll let it go. But yes, it is the Skull's Eye Schooner.
Ben, did you build an original ATST at any point in time?
I did.
I found it.
Oh,
Did you
and it's
ever
terrible.
Did you ever build an original Toa from Bionicle?
No.
Okay,
But you found my ATST?
I did.
And that thing's terrible. I'd laugh if it's all true, says General Tron's Bricks. He says it's at least part hogwash.
Did he hide it in your flower bed? Because he got it was delivered to him, and he put it in the flower bed to make sure that nobody would steal it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I want final decisions here.
I'm at Hogwash.
Double hogwash. Bear says, Bear, is this true or is this hogwash? The answer is this is true. And my neighbor who hit it is this guy right here, Aberis. So
Really?
we were Lego friends. He was my next door neighbor. We were besties. And this set, we were both really into pirates. This set came, it was supposed to come, like 3 days or whatever, according to the UPS shipping label. It came a day early. I did not know that. My mom let him into our house because he came over all the time. In fact, we used to call him 7 of 6 because there were 6 members of our family. We would watch Star Trek together, and he was the 7th member.
7 of 9,
So,
yeah.
Like our board name for him was 7 of 6. And he took the set and he brought it up to my room and he put it under the blankets in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up and he was in my room, which I did think was a little weird.
Not abnormal, but just a little strange.
Not abnormal, but yeah, like normally he'd like call and see if he could come over first or whatever. But we were talking and like I was a little weirded out by what was happening. I didn't know what was happening. But then he grabbed the sheets and pulled them back. And there's the Skull's Eye schooner. And I almost peed my pants. I was so excited. And I remember jumping up and down and hugging him like, it's here. So this,
the big one.
This story is 100% true.
All right, so is this one.
Okay.
So,
Ben's ATSD, apparently.
there it is.
Wow.
Oops.
There it is. Yeah, baby.
There you go.
Yeah, I still have that.
It's not bad on the cab. It is chunky on the legs. And Kimchi is the one who posted this.
Kim.
She's thick.
Kim
She's
Thompson.
thick.
Kim's a he. Yeah.
She thick,
Thanks.
yeah.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah.
Thanks, Kim.
Thanks, Kim.
Kim Thompson.
Then Chicken Walker got some
he was-
thighs.
Chunkified legs.
I still have it. You want to see it?
Yes, I would,
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab it.
love to see it. All right.
Hey.
Bye. See you in a minute. Let's see what else we search with. Let's just try Cerberus. I don't know what his name was on Brickshelf. I can't believe Brickshelf is still up. Let's look up Hinkley 39. And I've got some really slow internet here right now because I'm working off of a hotspot.
in the basement.
Oh no, but the yeah, well, I would say it's right here. But also, yeah, you're put it in the windowsill.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here it is. Oh, we don't even have to.
Wow.
That hard about it. Remove that. We need to highlight Ben here. Yeah, it is.
Still around.
Look. Oh, it's not even the legs. It's what you chose to support the head because they didn't have the hinges that would support the action. It's not bad, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the right shape. I think I may have redone this a few times here and there. I think this is kind of cool too. In the back, it opens up. Hold on, I gotta flip it around here now that it's open. The back opens up. I don't know. Hold on. Back opens up.
Okay.
And it had like a bunch of tools back there. So I don't know.
Did you have the cross sections book?
I might have.
For Star Wars vehicles that you put all those
dudes in there.
There's dudes in there? Yeah, of course. Why
look at all that. Look at all that. Look at all that greebling in there.
What's up, dudes? Yeah, no, it's solid.
So is this the worst thing I've ever built? No.
What's the age of this?
When's that picture from, Mark? This is old.
Oh my God, I found it. Here it is.
Mars mission tank?
I don't know.
There it is. The Mars mission mammoth tank.
Here we go. Here we go, everybody. Here it is. You gotta see these.
Yes.
Come on the phone. Hold on. I got some real bad internet thing.
Yes. Look at that bad boy.
Look at that bad boy. Yeah, that's actually not terrible.
That dang orange stuck in there.
This is the birth of the orange spaceship here, and look, it's plowing a field. What's happening here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the minesweepers, I guess, out front.
Terraforming,
like the mine flail. I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at the next.
Okay, I'm feeling it.
Look at my internet trying real hard. Look at that hotspot working the dance on here.
I'm glad you found this. Did you see those other giant pirate ships I had out there? It's a CNC Bear says. Yeah, this is kind of based on a little bit on the CNC Mammoth tank.
No. Everybody dance now. Oh, not that CNC.
2008.
Look, I was Z Cerberus.
You were.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's been a while.
Oh, hey, it's aiming its guns at us now. Look out. You on your back porch there?
This was at that same house, same apartment as the tobacco chewing rat tail blanket guy.
Why wouldn't it be?
There was an outdoor patio space, and so this is on that outdoor patio space. At the time, this was the only way to get enough natural lighting for your pictures to not look like butt. So that's where I took it, was out on the patio.
Yeah, butt is bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. All right. So there's a new picture coming. Here it comes.
Only takes 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
That wasp build kind of looked pretty badass, too. We got to look at that thing.
We definitely do. We got to go up a few times. Okay. So yeah, let's check out. Up a directory.
Move the thing.
Yeah, good job
LOL.
on the.
I know that lighting trouble. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, Tron. Give yourself that lighting trouble in 2008. So we got to go up, and we got to go up. Don't give me the image numbers.
Yeah.
Did you guys do a lot of Animal Crossing talk tonight? What was the theme of the evening? Was it fun? Did you guys have some laughs? What happened here?
Of course we did. We just talked about Harry Potter and the dunks, the dunk sets. Oh man, look at all this stuff.
Did people like the dunk sets?
We didn't get a lot of people who liked them. No.
Oh, that's weird.
Is it?
Yeah, it's crazy. What do you want to look at here, huh?
Hold on. Let it load.
Yeah.
I want the Mars mission Wasp and the Phantom Mark II. Those are the two I want to see.
We'll start here then.
These load at the same speed on my computer here at home.
Of course, Amy Schultz. I know. I'm not worried about that. I'm having FOMO. I'm not saying like, did you guys ruin my stream? No, I was not concerned whatsoever about that. I just wanted to be part of it.
seemed like he was concerned.
Best part of my week. Did it? I do apologize. I did not mean to make it seem that way.
No, it's okay.
Let's check out this wasp.
Yeah.
This wasp is hot, actually.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. Had a little kickstand so it could land.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
There it is. VTOL action.
Ah, nice.
So there it is.
I like it.
Yeah.
Ben challenge. I want to see an update of this at Brickworld.
Oh, that would be cool.
Sure. I mean, I've done, versions of things that kind of look like this, so I could probably make one a little more snazzy.
My husband just landed at his location that is top secret because he is doing government compliance work, so I can't tell you where he landed, but he landed. And he's alive.
Oh, on the ground safe. That's good. That's good news.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You landed.
He says you didn't miss any fun. We were very somber in your honor.
Oh, I'm sorry that you guys thought that was necessary. All right, so we're gonna go up 2 directories. We're gonna check out this.
Here.
Oh, you found your own brick shelf, even.
Yeah. So there it was. These sails were made out of paper.
So you cut
but here was this red and black pirate ship. Didn't have great shaping at the front. Here was Mark 1, and then there was a Mark 2. You can see on this terrible futon.
You were obsessed.
Once again, Same.
It's on a futon. It's on a futon.
It's on a futon.
It's on an IKEA futon.
Yeah.
Or
You can see all
Walmart.
the rigging. All the rigging on this took forever.
Yep.
Looks beautiful.
It
So,
really
yeah.
does.
Long time ago. Let's look at the Phantom Mark II, because apparently there's a Mark II.
Yeah.
Now,
why
Ben,
wouldn't
was this with brick built hulls, or were you using the plates?
These were
back
brick
then?
built.
They were brick built. Okay.
Apparently there was going to be a Mark III, but it never finished. This one I can see. I recognize this setting. This was my apartment that I lived in with Rachel. And this was on the coffee table in the main room.
Some OG lifestyle pictures.
Yeah. The sails are missing in the middle of this ship, which is unfortunate. So I think this was significantly better than the Mark I in terms of shaping. And it had all this dark red in the middle here. But here it is. So it was kind of fun. I don't know. So anyway, this is what I did. I have kind of a smaller version of this, which was called the Goat Boat, which we did.
That's huge.
Very big. Yep.
I'm sure
So-
Rachel loved that on your coffee table in your
She did.
one-bedroom
Yeah.
apartment.
Yep. It was a 2-bedroom
She's-
apartment.
Oh, I'm
She's still
sorry.
in here.
Yeah. We still have that coffee table, by the way.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Don't pretend we don't. So there's the front of it.
Ooh,
You can see the
nice. Okay.
ATST behind it. Look at that.
I love this. This is the best hogwash ever.
Yeah, we're not even done. We're just getting crazy
Got it.
here.
Also, when I started to learn what it meant to be with an A full
Mhm.
from, come on, mouse. All my peripherals are.
You can see
right
see
now.
the tape from the paper sails.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was all taped together because they were too big to be on one sheet. There's the front of the ship.
Probably
Oh.
really advanced technique for the time.
At the time, yeah. I mean, I'd be able to do better now, I'm sure, but this would be a large project.
What is happening?
So there was a lot going on with this thing for sure. Yep, there's the front. There were some stairs there. The railings for the stairs were made out of
The
fishing
ladder?
poles.
Did you make the rope ladder too?
I did. That's all just brown yarn tied together.
Dude, this is.
That was too,
I
too
remember
much
the-
work.
I remember these tutorials on Eurobricks Pirates forum.
Yeah, so we had
It was a real thing.
we do some. Here we go. So there's the new Phantom front with the old Phantom back.
Oh my
So I was
god!
doing it, rebuilding
This
it
Style
as
shot.
I went.
You can take all those VHS tapes and turn them binder out.
Those are
Or
all.
binder.
Those are all
Vintage
computer.
lifestyle shot.
Those are computer video games. On that side,
Yeah.
and then the other side, you can see Frank Herbert, Heretics of Dune, down there.
Shut the fuck up, dude! This
Yeah.
is awesome.
So I got one Dune
This is the best
book.
lifestyle shot I've ever seen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
So there it is. So there we go.
Hey.
There's our trip down brick shelf memory lane.
Can you go back
Um,
to it, please?
2 images.
I'm on a lifestyle. Yes, please.
All right, let's lifestyle this shit up.
Yeah, this one. What's in those pick-a-brick cups?
This one looks like it's chromed out pieces. This looks like it's probably some cannons and some string.
Best thing
and then
ever done on this stream is this.
okay. I mean, we've had some very successful streams, but hey, I'll dig it. I'm into it.
Yeah.
But that's what we had. That I think didn't this other one also have a scissor in it and some other stuff?
Oh, I just learned. I just figured out what my name was on Brick Shelf. It's Lego Wiz 23.
Nice, nice name. There's the scissors I used to cut all the string there with the blue handle.
Yeah, nice. At least you're not trying to prune it.
Yeah,
I'm not looking them up.
definitely not looking him up. You could connect with these guys on TikTok still,
They have a Discord now too.
and Blue Sky, whatever that is. But all right. So who are we bringing someone else up now?
We can. You can bring out me if you want.
There it is.
Let's check out the Shrieking Jack.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow. I thought this looked like the Shrieking Shack according to the books because it wasn't in the movies yet. Look at
Nice
that.
tree.
That's pretty good.
Look at that. I can tree. Can I
Yeah.
though? And then one of my other favorites here, hold on, is let's check out the entire what I call the Fabuland folder.
Ooh.
Look
I
at
think we have looked at these.
Wow.
Look at the pub, Hunter's Pub. Actually, let's look at this real quick. Early Rockwork Mark. Griffin's.
Oh yeah.
Is it going? It is. It's on its way.
Hold on, Tainted.
Look at that.
Nice.
I think I'm doing a waterfall here.
Mm-hmm.
Griffin Goat.
It's a cool
What
name.
else? My favorite one from this is the bakery. Where is it? Can't find it. All right, never mind.
Never
Anyway,
mind.
oh, here it is.
000.
Griffin Bakery, and then this other house, which actually I did tree, but it's one column, which we've talked about several times, is not how trees work. And the horse cart with the horse is the driver, and a human is the engine.
Where's People Zoo?
Where is People Zoo? Anyway, this is back in the day. This was the Fabuland Builders Guild, which by popular decision, we renamed it from the Fabuland Architects Guild.
Yes. Because the acronym was problematic, though intentional.
Yeah,
So
because it was started by me, but like nobody
Yes.
were uncomfortable with it, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Some people didn't like that. I don't know why.
Did you just meet me? Nowadays, it would not work at all.
Yeah.
20 years
No.
ago, it did.
Yeah. One more picture to show here. Here was the butt end. Here was the butt of my ship. So
Dude.
there was the in progress ship butt.
I'll say this. It's an amazing ship for what was possible at the time. I think if you were going to make a ship of that girth at this point in time, it'd be amazing.
It'd be insane. I'd have to spend
Ooh,
all
look at
year just
this.
doing one thing though.
Amy Schultz
Is that who it
dropped
was
some
for?
Chicago on us.
Thought maybe it was for Michael.
23 for Sandberg. Michael who?
Michael Jordan.
22.
23 for Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan was 23.
23.
Was he?
Then he switched to 45 after the baseball thing, and then he went back to 23. How do you find anything on this site? Good question. This site is terrible. Stud City just says, "Hey, Mark."
Oh, no. Hey, Stud City.
It would be
No, he
fun
was
to
22.
do lifestyle picture night, and everyone sends a build they did with a lifestyle shot like Lego did. Oh, Mark and I have those.
Oh, I see what I did. All right. Yep. 23:45. You were right. Sorry.
Yep.
When was he 22? Because he was. I'm not wrong.
For the
all the
dream
Air
team,
Jordans-
for yeah, it's
I
like
don't know.
23, yeah, whatever. Anyway,
I'll look at.
while you're working on that, we can get back to
We continue.
some hogwash here. Fidget
Sure. Sorry.
fingers. Here's slide 13. So this is, I think we got 3 to go. Ben keeps 2 fidget spinners by his Lego desk, so when Z's spouse comes to talk to him in the Lego room, she plays with the fidgets instead of touching the bricks. Is this
I think
true
that's
or
for Miles,
hogwash?
not
Yeah, that's
not
that's
for.
that's not for the
That's for
spouse.
Miles.
Yeah. So this is Hogwash.
Hogwash is the vote here. Let's see here. Amy Schultz says, and I know how much you love the cups, which is not at all.
Having met Z Spouse, she would bring her own to avoid touching your Lego.
Who?
I think Amy was joking. I know this one too, says Z Spouse. Z Spouse. Do I keep fidget spinners down here to keep you from touching the brick? We'll wait for her to respond. She gives a smiley face, but I want her to actually tell us, is this true or is this hogwash? And then there'll be some more discussion once she responds. What do you think of this Fidgy? Does it look like a pretty good one?
That's a super basic Fidgy. That's a classic.
Yeah. She says, you don't, but you should.
But you should.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when Z Spouse comes down here, she picks up 2 or 3 pieces from whatever bin is closest by and snaps them together and then takes them apart. And then snaps them together and then takes them apart. And then snaps them together and then takes them apart. She does this over and over and over while we're talking.
She is Matt's husband in a female body. They are the same.
And so I have now
Does she
threatened
step
her.
on Lego?
She avoids stepping on them. I try to do my best to not leave.
Same.
Yeah, do my best to not leave them in piles on the floor. They're in bins. But yeah, she's pretty agile. She doesn't step on them, but she does just come down and fidget with things while we're talking.
I get avoided.
Matt has like a 6 cent. What's that?
I get avoided. So
you get
she doesn't come down here. My spouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she doesn't come. Yeah.
All right, she wins. By the way, your spouse wins for spouse awards tonight because, like, when Matt comes downstairs, I'm like, "What are you doing in my domain? Why are you? Why are you even thinking about coming down?"
There's a catch. Our basement area is set up uniquely. We have designated areas for all of us to have recreation areas. She has a yoga room on the other side of the basement. That's her space.
Oh, that's so insane. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so she has that. The kids have a whole play area where they have a craft area as well as gymnastics and gym area that they can go and they can just have all their area. So, and then we have a game room, video games and that type of stuff.
Oh, do not lie.
I'm moving into Brick Dad's house. Let's see. The only difference, she says, is February versus March Pisces. May have spelled that wrong. Yeah. That's her and Matt husband. They're both Pisces as well, and we're both Scorpios.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But she's a March Pisces, and I'm a November Scorpio. Mark's an October Scorpio.
Matt's a February Pisces.
And Matt's a February spicy Pisces. Yeah. So I'm threatening to 3D print some fidget of some sort to just hand Rachel so she doesn't play with the bricks when she comes down here.
All right, so hogwash. We were right.
It is hogwash. All right.
But it needs to be fact.
Okay, Master misses. Ben was nominated for Brickworld Master 3 times, but he never voted for himself.
I know the first part is true. I don't know how you vote.
Go for it, she says.
So I'm not gonna call anything. I feel like Ben is probably the type of guy who doesn't vote for himself.
Alfonso person says, give her fun hole pieces. Ooh. I'm going to leave that one there.
I'll tell you one thing right now. I was nominated for Brickworld Master 3 times, and I also never voted for myself. I think I voted for Tim because you were not voted in the same year. You were not nominated in the same year as me ever, but Tim was twice. I voted for Tim both times, I think. And the third time, I think I didn't vote because I was busy.
You missed your own vote for the year you won.
I do that quite a lot nowadays. I would say...
Al says this is true.
I would imagine... I agree with Al. This is not hogwash.
I will tell you this. 2 of the 3 people I voted for during these years did actually win. So I definitely didn't vote for myself at least one of the times. That's all I'll say.
Wait a minute. No, you have to say.
Miles says, I voted for you, Dad.
Aw.
Aw.
I think Miles voted for me all 3 times. So thank you, Miles. So the first year I was nominated, I voted for Tim Lighty, and he won that year. The next time I was nominated, I voted for myself and I lost. And the third time I voted for myself and I won. So it was Hogwash. But not
Hogwash.
the first 2 times. Not the first time.
Okay.
But
well, good for you though for admitting that you voted for yourself because you just wanted it. There's nothing wrong with that.
The first time I was like, Tim's been nominated 3 times. I voted for Tim already twice. I was surprised I was nominated the same year as him, so I voted for him.
This sounds like this could be added.
Vote for him.
This sounds like this could be added to the close calls at the end of would you vote for yourself if nominated for something?
Yeah,
Good
well,
call.
I didn't. After the first time, I was like, well, what if I lose by 1 vote? You know?
It could have been your vote.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Your own vote.
Yeah, your vote casted to somebody else
Yeah.
would
it's
have taken
then you
one
lose
from
2 votes,
them and
2
given it
votes,
to
essentially.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, might as well.
Yeah.
I promise next year I will not vote for myself. Okay. All right. So we've got 2 slides to go. Here's this one. Yucky Yellow. Ben hates Yellow Castle so much he turned down his father-in-law when he tried to give him an incomplete copy of the set in 2019.
Let's pause real quick.
Yeah.
I will say, I had a great fucking concept for Hogwash.
Yeah.
So I think we should do this from time. I like what you're doing with Hogwash. I like what I wanted to do with Hogwash. And so I feel like it's a segment that should recur.
All right.
I would say, especially since it was incomplete, I'm gonna say this is true. Brick Dad, any thoughts?
Because it's yellow,
We talked about
I
this
think he
last
would
week.
turn it down. But I think that's the only reason.
Would
Is
he-
if it was incomplete, but it was gray, he would take it.
It's a good question, Embarrass.
Right.
I want to be.
Is he
I want to be
someone who
clear.
is only, no, I don't
Yeah.
want this because I hate the set.
Right.
Maybe it's Hogwash. Maybe I'll change my vote. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and check in for calling this Hogwash and changing my vote.
This is
Ben, you're not
Hogwash. This
that
is
neat.
Hogwash.
Hogwash.
I've seen his
Um,
reaction to the new brick built Castle 3-in-1 set, and he actually likes it. So I could see him not turning this down. So, but
I
then again,
I like
Ben
that
doesn't
one
like
for
Castle.
parts and figures. That's totally different. Let's see here.
Well,
Amy
this has
says,
figures
"Wait,
also,
turn it
so I can
down
see
to be kind to his father-in-law." Miles says, "I
Miles
used to
has
play with
played
that
with
set." Yes,
So he does have it. So
my
that's a bit of
father-in-law,
a giveaway.
100% in 2019 had this set.
Sorry, hold on.
So we're going with Hogwash. That you didn't turn it down.
Yes,
It's free Lego. Hogwash, says Al. It is Hogwash. However, he never offered it to me. He still has it in his basement.
Okay.
I think he's interested in potentially selling it now that the grandkids are older, but not to me because he's never asked me if I want it. He has some bangers. He has a Galaxy Explorer down there, and a couple other ones that he just kind of lets them do whatever with.
Nice.
Amy says, "LOL." Yeah,
Ben, is it possible that he does this just to troll you as the original troll?
maybe.
That he will never give them to you. He will never sell them to you just to troll you.
Yeah. Rachel says he wants me. Z's spouse says he wants you to come and assess them, the sets, to see how much they're worth. Let's see here. Stud Sidious says, I thought you weren't judgmental colors on this show. Oh, we're judgmental as fuck, Stud Sidious. It's not that we're not judgmental.
Where
It's that we don't try to figure out what color something is in lifestyle shots that are rendered. Totally different.
He's been busy. Yeah.
Z Spouse says he's as far from a troll as you can be.
Okay.
That is true. He would not understand the concept of trolling.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do love that. Go ahead. Sorry. I love nothing. I lied.
We've only got
I'm
one
so glad you made it tonight,
hogwash
Mark.
left.
Me too.
All right. Do we want to see the last hogwash?
No.
Okay. Well, we're done with the segment then.
Good. Let's do close
Throw it up
calls.
there.
No, I'm kidding. Let's see it. For it.
Bellhead Bonanza.
Oh no.
Ben has one copy of every Funhole medieval set produced through 2024.
I'm out.
Fun.
I don't think you do.
Funhole.
Unfortunately, I actually know the answer to this one.
I say, Brick Dad, when did they change the name to Lumi Bricks?
This year.
That was
2025.
this year. Yeah, at the beginning of this year.
Shit. So it's not that. Does Ben
No
have
technicality
one
here.
copy of every Funhole set produced through 2024? Does he? Fuck. All right, hold on. I'm gonna do some research real quick. I want to see how many.
Yeah, you want to
sets.
see what they are and how many there are. It's not a bad. That's not a
Sure.
bad game to play. A lot of them do look very similar, I will say as well. Let's see here. Miles says, I don't know, but knowing him, probably. Let's see. Hogwash. He's missing one of them that they no longer make. It's a suggestion from Alphonse. So I guess we'll see here.
Alphonse, you can still find them on Amazon. So that the solution of the idea of the not existing or being retired, you can still find them.
They only produced 5 sets, maybe
They
6.
have more than that, I think.
Not according to ChatGPT.
Blacksmith, apothecary, the
Mill,
medieval Bay Inn, then the jousting set, the gate set.
Okay, I'm out because that's not what ChatGPT tells me. So I don't know. So ChatGPT says it was antique store, Old West Freight Train, Forge, Soldier Training Ground, record store. Record store.
These are Funhole sets. These aren't.
Those are Funhole sets, not medieval sets.
Yeah, not medieval ones.
I said medieval, bitch. I said medieval, bitch.
Yeah.
Comma, bitch.
I feel so dirty typing in funhole.com.
Right?
Like this shouldn't work. Like this shouldn't happen.
The only problem is if you forget the W.
Yeah. I never forget the W.
If you don't, it's definitely not a win.
No. Okay, I will say that on the Funhole site right now, there are a couple of sets that they no longer produce that aren't on here. But these are what they have up. I'm going to share my screen.
Good.
And 2 of these are new, so they wouldn't count even if this were true. All right, so they have the Medieval Market, the Apothecary, the Medieval Watchtower, the Forge House, the Training Grounds, the Watermill, the Tailor Shop, the Medieval Troop, and the Banquet Hall are new. So
Troop
there's
and Banquet
also
Hall do not count.
Yeah.
which we know you
There's-
don't have either of those because we just discussed that last week about.
Yeah, I don't
the
have
banquet
those
hall.
for sure. No.
Yep.
But do I have all these other ones that look pretty much identical? Oh, new caveat. The one he doesn't own was stolen without permission. I call them FO. Of course you do. Yeah.
Now,
All right.
in Brickworld's defense, the only reason that this is actually brought up and discussed is because I'm presently here. Otherwise, this would probably be a later segment. Other than the fact that we enjoy saying "fun hole."
We do.
Oh hell yes.
So hogwash or true? Let's see here. Z-Spouse says I'm going to say hogwash. I don't think you have all of those.
Is that permission to fix that? Is that what she's saying?
I don't know. That's what she's guessing. All right, Mark. You probably just don't care, but what's your answer?
Hogwash. I think.
Brick Dad builds. This is 100% true.
Hogwash. Nope.
100% true. I'm on board with Mom, says Mills, but you're wrong, Miles. There are a couple I haven't built, but I do own them. They're still upstairs in my office, but I haven't built them on boring meetings yet. Negative on the permission, says Z-Spouse. Well, too late, Z-Spouse. I already have them. All right. So let's see here. We are now on to close call. Half for one, half for another.
Fun times.
Mark is distracted. Probably.
No, I know what's happening though. It's close call time.
Well, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Probably working with the fact that you just got power back at your house.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First close call. Hopefully this one won't be close. Z-Spouse points out negative on the permission, but he doesn't really ask for it anyway. That's true. Okay. Should we eat Stromboli at Brickworld? All right. Here's our options. Obviously, or Strom-whatty?
Next question, because this isn't obviously, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, it needs to happen.
Miles says no. He gives it a Strom-whatty. He hates Stromboli.
Really?
And the only reason he hates it is because I make it. And I tried to force him to eat it. So he's now decided it is the most disgusting food in the world, which is clearly not true. Amy Schultz also says no. Let's see here. Z-Spouse says, I was going to make the kids go to bed, but I think we have to stay for this one.
Right. I'll make a poll. Hold on.
Can you even do that? Hopefully you can. All right, good.
It'll
You're
take a
logged in
while.
and everything.
Yep, I am.
Now, Stromboli. In order to have Stromboli at Brickworld, would we need to do that as a food truck, or would that be like concession?
Well, I mean, how we get it?
Have to, like, make it and bring it, because neither.
Yeah.
So neither, yeah.
I like food trucks at Brickworld. We'll still have food trucks. The question is just, should we eat it there? Should we have a day where it's just, hey, come eat some Stromboli, everybody? Goth loves Stromboli. He's in.
Did you mean trombone? No.
Chat
That's
GP
your
what?
autocorrect. Strom-whatty? I had a close call that didn't make it into the close call list, but I might bring it up anyway. So we'll see here. Brickmaster G's here with the yellow clone hype, of course.
Yellow clone
let's
hype?
see.
Okay.
But you can get delivery for some Stromboli, maybe.
Actually, there's several places close to the convention that have Stromboli, and quite good Stromboli. So there's definitely options to go and grab some. So,
all right. I'm digging it. My kids just, for whatever reason, say it's the worst food on the planet.
okay, poll us up. Get your votes in.
You should never eat it, they say. It should be banned.
Now,
from
Ben,
the
when you
entire
make it,
United States.
how saucy do you make it, or do you have the sauce set aside for dipping?
There's no sauce. You put the sauce on yourself afterwards. You spoon it over.
Okay.
And it's delicious green mill sauce. It is perfect for the application.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. Perfect for the application. The green mill sauce is getting harder to find for some reason.
The Primo?
No, just the regular classic green mill sauce. I don't know why.
Really?
It's delicious. Goes great with Stromboli. Or Stromwuddy, as some of you might know it as.
Yeah. Obviously, then it wouldn't go well with it, but yeah.
It still might go great with it. Just, you're a fool, that's all.
Just not on their table, not on their tray.
Z-Spouse says, I think we need to have it tomorrow night. Yeah, Z-Spouse. Hell yeah, we do.
The kids will protest, but there we go.
Yeah. I think she likes encouraging this. No, says Miles.
Better ask forgiveness than permission. That's my life motto.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does have permission from his spouse at this point.
She already did. Yeah, I think she encourages it because I make the Stromboli. She doesn't have to. So she's like, hell yeah. Should have Stromboli because then I don't have to do anything. So
Falco Rich says, last time we had this poll, I was at the mall again. Skipped the Stromboli. This time went to Popeyes instead. Amy Schultz says she likes encouraging Ben to cook.
Yep, that's what she does.
Too.
Fair enough.
I don't disagree.
I make a wicked Stromboli.
Here we go. Poll ended. And obviously wins at 67%.
Okay, it was closer than I had thought it might be.
Well, it was closer until the last minute. So,
okay.
Should we eat Stromboli at Brickworld? Obviously wins at 63%. I'm sorry, 66%. And Stromwhat loses at 33%. So,
all right, close-ish.
That's almost like asking, should we put ketchup on a hot dog at Brickworld?
Yeah.
No. Sorry. That should not be. Look, you're in Chicago. You don't do that shit.
We've banned for less. Yes, I know.
We have banned for less.
We have.
Though I would totally put ketchup on my hot dog. Okay. Do you talk to?
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. What the fuck did you just say to me?
Do you talk?
Wait a minute. No, I am 100% on board with you with this question because this is a great question. But did you just say that you would put ketchup on a hot dog?
Absolutely.
Even when you're in Chicago? What? Even
I
when
I wouldn't order one in Chicago with you hot dog snobs there, but at home, I'm putting ketchup on my hot dog, sure as hell.
The only reason that there's ketchup in Chicago is for French fries.
Mm-hmm. Copper Valor says, hi, you didn't miss the polls. Bears wants to see a Stromboli build from me now. That'd be interesting. Miles says, ketchup all day, baby.
Fuck off, Miles.
Marcus. All right. The question is, do you talk to automated voices even though you know they are not listening? So my version here would be at Target when it says, your receipt is printing, thank you, come again. Do you respond and say, oh, I will, like I do?
You're welcome. Of course I'll be back. Yes.
Or do you not talk back to the machine and just leave?
No, I converse with the machine because it's conversing with me.
This one's actually a bad one because we have an Alexa in our house and we do that all the time, talking to our Alexa back and forth in conversations. Alexa was literally flirting with my wife the other day because she said good night and I love you before she walked out of the room to go to bed.
Wow.
So Rich, it's 2/3 right.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be dill, but they only make sweet relish nowadays. So that's not your fault. It's grocery store's fault. Papa Rex says ketchup mustard. No. On a hot dog? Come on. Yeah. You have 2 giant tomato slices on it. How dare
Tainted.
you, sir?
When you're in Chicago, you can put anything you want on your hot dog except for ketchup.
How dare you, sir? from your Minnesota view of this. All right. Copper Valley says I was going to raid you, but didn't pop up, and I had to add someone quickly. Artsy Gamer ended. I love Artsy Gamer. I was just about to raid her because I'm angry tonight because I was without power for a long time because of a delivery truck.
Yeah, and now he's got the whole problem. Let's see. It's my fault for letting the kids watch the 4th hour.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, look, Miles, you bring ketchup to Chicago, I will ban you from Brickworld.
wow.
You can stay in the hotel, but you can't come to the show.
That's hard. It's harsh stuff.
Being a Chicago family, I've actually had this discussion in our home with the kids. Why you don't put ketchup, the history of it, and why you don't put ketchup on a Chicago dog.
Thank you. Papa
Can we
Rex,
get back to this?
Your face is not the game.
It's not the game.
Heinz, no. Good ketchup. Jalapeno ketchup, yes, but I dislike mustard, and you need something. Most places don't have veggies to add on it. I'm sorry, Alphonse. If that is your real name, you're trying to justify this way too hard.
Okay, here's the solution, Miles. You can only use purple ketchup.
Hey, I'm not against ketchup. So Falco Rich, you go ahead and bring a mock of a ketchup bottle of Brickworld. More than welcome. If it's near a hot dog, I'll ban you for life.
We ban for less.
Ketchup and mustard and onions and hot dogs. Al Goff, I thought I liked you.
The ban hammer's coming out hard today.
That's right. How come we have not banned any of these people? Rex, gotta toss that dog like a salad. Yeah.
boy.
Do you put ketchup on salad?
Based on this conversation, we will have 3 people attending Brickworld next year.
That's right.
Everyone else will be banned.
That part from the bad way is up on the screen.
It was.
In the bad way.
Because there's also, barf in the good way. We also have this one.
Yeah, cooking tips. Don't put ketchup on a fucking hot dog or I will murder you. That's the cooking tip I have for this evening. So, all right, we're going to end this poll with 60% saying what? And 40% saying obviously.
Wow, you guys got to snuggle up to your robot overlords. Because if you're not talking to them, when they take over the world, they're going to be like, that uppity bitch never says thank you when I say see you later. Whoosh, they're coming after you first.
Would you like No, but thank you for asking.
Yeah, when the machine says have a good day, if you don't say you too or you have a good one back, that's just impolite.
When the target machine says thank you, come again, I always say, oh, I will. I'll be back.
Yep.
Listen,
I made the kids print it off. Miles told me he wants to build a mock of a hot dog with ketchup.
If Miles wants his mock thrown across the hall, he can go ahead and build that.
Wow.
That's fine. But I of course, support everyone's viewpoint. You can bring a mock to Chicago of a hot dog with ketchup on it. I won't do anything to that, but good luck with everybody else, especially the public.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a robot overlord. You don't, Al. Whatever.
Al, you have an E-stem in your spine, dude. You do have a robot overlord. It's not doing good yet.
Al is our evil overlord machine.
Could be
now.
All tech is listening, so might as well strike up a conversation. Jojo Crosses says hello. Oh, this is an Animal Crossing person.
Here.
Jojo, welcome.
Jojo, thank you for joining us. We're all Lego tonight. I do apologize. I've had a rough weekend, so I will be on at midnight to do a villager hunt. It will be wild. But Jojo, we're all Lego right now, and right now we're automatic checkout, self checkout.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
And
Spouse
we
says-
are already checked out. Yes.
100%. We'd probably love it being thrown across the room.
appreciate
New
you coming.
Brickworld collab. 50 hot dogs with ketchup. Jojo
Yeah,
says,
sure.
I love Legos. Okay, we'll let that go. Good job, Jojo.
Jojo, we're happy to have you.
I have a ton of them.
We have
All right.
we have a lot too.
Okay, here we go. So the answer apparently was what, which was a surprise, but it was close, 60-40.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, for all the mini doll hate that's been happening, I want to know, would you buy Funhole figures over Lego mini dolls? Because people have hated on the mini dolls hard. Would you rather have the bell heads, though? Here's the bell heads.
No comment.
Whoa, what happened just now?
That was Brick Dad.
No. It was me. Because I just started typing and it like forced me down the screen, so I wasn't on the text field. Would
Okay.
you buy
Fun.hole?
Fun.hole
Mm-hmm.
figs over Lego? That's not the game, Amy Schultz.
It's not the game, Amy.
Look at those sexy bell heads. I can't even type it. Those bell heads.
Those guys, man.
Dude, this is a great close call, by the way. One of my favorites ever. I just have to say, I am
Traditional bell.
traditional bell. Oh,
I know, bud.
well, in Animal Crossing, bells are good.
Mm-hmm. It's true. I don't hate
Jojo?
mini dolls. I have a couple of Disney ones, but only a couple. A lot of people do hate mini dolls.
I have to
let me
leave for a moment. Bye.
Yeah. All right. Let me speak some virtue of the of what little virtue one can speak of the sexy bell heads. And that would be, unlike the mini dolls, their hands twist independently. They can also move each of their legs independently. So that is, there we go. Okay. Yep. We've got the Funhole figure with a regular minifig, non-bell head. And then we've got the mini doll on the left, and then a regular old mini on the right there for Brick Dad. So we can see. I can solo you. Here we go. So there you get some idea. You can put is that a bell head or a regular head? That's a regular head, isn't it?
That's a regular, actually. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I did. I wanted just to show with a regular head for comparisons.
Yeah, slightly less creepy, I guess, than the than the bell head version.
They
but
don't look
this is what we
as
got.
rotund as you see in pictures, where they look a little extra rotund in the pictures.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see here. Papa Rex says, "What a choice." Rich says the FO figs look like Plastic Man. Their skinny arms are definitely a bit distracting, and I always have problems figuring out which way their hands are supposed to go in. And
Their
actually, which
arms
arm goes
are
to which
really
side.
comparable to the mini dolls.
Yeah, a little bit. But they definitely, because they can twist their wrists, they're far more practical. But this is what you get when Lego has a trademark on the minifig. You have to come up with something sufficiently distinct, and this is what we end up with.
The friend on the left is CPA's fig? Is it?
CPA Sig Fig.
That's Wednesday.
No, he's talking about a Brick Dads, I would assume.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. That does look like him. That does look like him. There we go. I spoke words.
Yeah, it's possible. Papa Rex is rolling on the floor laughing.
Love Papa Rex.
Papa, Papa.
Papa?
Papa, can you hear me? Papa.
Now I can say one thing that is going to frustrate some. And when you mix them in this type of configuration of all three together in a Lego City or something like that, it does put a spin on diversity in the figures throughout the city. So it makes it a little easier to include friend figures. But
Yeah.
you know, if you wanted to do that.
That's a very diplomatic way to put that. Thank you.
If you wanted to do that.
If you wanted to do that. Yes, very good.
If you wanted to do that. I think the Lego haters are going to vote for the mini dolls, but I think we'll find out here soon. That's just my inkling. It might not be correct.
You're not correct. Look at those sexy bell heads is winning by a lot.
Ooh.
It has
Wow.
been since we started.
Sorry, Sig Doll instead of Sig Fig.
Barf, by the way. Barf in the bad way.
Oh, Mark gives it a barf in the bad way.
I don't like this. But apparently the Tainted do.
I don't entirely understand the pure hatred for the mini dolls. I do dislike how
I think they're better than
how non-functional they are. But
I do think
Yes,
they're
practically.
they're cuter than the bellheads.
Practically, you have more articulation and more mobility with the bell heads than you do with the friends.
Okay. So look at those sexy bellheads wins at 62%. With keep those bellheads away at 37%. So 2/3 and 1/3 is like a big surprise to me, at least. There you go.
I think there are a lot of people who just hate mini dolls, period.
Amy Schultz says, I didn't vote for Friends, Figs. I voted to keep those bellheads away from me.
Okay, yeah, well.
If it's any consolation, at least a minifig head actually fits on it, unlike the friend doll.
Yeah.
Goff agrees.
I'm with you, Amy. I just voted
Okay,
for keeping the bellheads
there's two
away.
of the 3 votes.
Yeah, 2 of all 3 voters. All right. I did have another close call in mind that I didn't make a slide for, but we'll skip it because it's 3 hours and 50 minutes already.
Yeah, fine, fair.
Mm-hmm. It'll go next week, and it's a interesting question that I would like to hear from the Tainted.
Okay.
All right. So what did we talk about today? We talked about Holy Housing, Happy Anniversary, High Powered Hazard. We talked about the HILS standard. We looked at Huge Builds, which was mine, and then the Hogsmeade that Chris has already put together. We talked Hoops and Harry. We talked Hogwash. We did 50-50. And then we're back down to here again, back on our regular schedule, hopefully with Mark having power and maybe even a midnight live stream tonight from Animal Crossing on a villager hunt.
Love that. For sure.
Yeah, so we had an interesting show for sure. Waiting for Mark to come. We took a dive into Brick Shelf. We took lots of weird twists and turns today.
I love the Brick Shelf time, by the way.
Yeah. What I want to know though was all of that meandering into Brick Shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a mistake, Mark?
Yes. Oh wait, no. Actually, hold on. Let me think about this. No, actually, I think it was a happy accident.
Happy accident.
Yeah.
And we get to hear all about happy accidents from our hero, our mentor, our Lego minifig forum friend, Mr. Robert Bob Peapod Ross. And our closing song for tonight is, of course, one of the greatest. I thought maybe Mark would need a pick-me-up after the week he's had. So we're going to roll with our favorite song, maybe even our theme song, Orange Spaceships tonight. Here we go.
Daddy Ben, oh, he loves his space. Lego ships in orange, all in place. But Mars size, they're all the same. And why that beard? It's just a shame. Orange ships, computers galore. Mara dreams of something more. In Legoland, where dreams take flight. Orange or not, they'll get it right. Daddy, your ships are lame. All of them look the same. And your beard, such a disgrace. Maybe just one short hair on your face.
I spend too much time working on them.
And sometimes you just don't do them because you want,
Yeah.
And your beard.
And my beard.
And your mustache.
I'll get back in the photo so everyone can see.
Ugh.
All right.
It should be more like one of those French ones that is in the movies, like squirrels.
Like a little villain mustache?
Yes, you need that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mara. Thanks for the rant.
Or you just need
Good
one
job.
little hair.
It takes too long for you to build them. Focus, get it done, concentrate, Daddy Ben. One more word about your beard. Come on, Daddy, it's so weird.
And they don't have different size ranges, which they should. And they they all have computers in them. Like, it's disgusting.
Orange spaceships make it